Yo, good morning, hello, good afternoon, wherever you're listening. We're happy to have you. This is episode number 50. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Rick Rob here, live and direct. And we got the crew here, man, ready to do what we do. Talk to me, Renee. How you feeling?
Feeling good today, ready to talk some sports. Real excited about 50th show, so congratulations to all of us.
Yeah, right, man. 50. That's crazy. Shout out to this milestone. Mick, you been here since the beginning. How you living?
Well, I woke up today trying to figure out what I was going to do, and I came with this. In 1969, we landed. When we landed on the moon, Neil Armstrong was quoted as saying, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." And being that this is the wrestling show of record, I'm channeling my inner Mick Foley today. Let's go.
Hey.
Hey.
Shout out to that, the hardcore champion. I love it. My man Luda, you basically got the tagline for the show. You know what I mean? How you doing today, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. Number 50, y'all. It's here. And this is how we do when we do with the crew. Sorry, I messed that one up, guys.
50th show messed up.
Got one
50
job.
shows and we still ain't got it
Yeah,
together.
one job.
You know, it's all good, bro. It's
Yeah.
all good.
I'm
My
excited.
man B, co-host extraordinaire. How you living, brother?
I'm living good, man. I just want to. I've got a bit of a somber shout out to start off. I didn't want to have to do this, but unfortunately, one of my good high school friends, Chris Shelley, who's out in Oklahoma, passed away on Friday. He spent the last 7 weeks in the ICU due to complications from COVID. So shout out to Chris and Michelle, his wife, and the kids. So, anyways, other than that, dude, I'm living all right. And let's kick off the 50th.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, shout out to Chris's family. We send him mad love, support. 10 Cents Podcast crew got you.
Very
Call
good.
Brian, and whatever y'all need, we got you, man. And may your memory live on forever, Chris, man. And you guys, hey, for those that are listening, COVID is still real, vaccinated or not. Wash your damn hands. Give people space. Keep your mask on, okay? All right. And on that note, Obi-Wan Black Nobi, you got to bring it back.
Black Nobi.
I kind of like that. What's up, y'all? Glad to be here. 50 shows. I think I've done maybe 5 of them, but it's good to see y'all, man.
Hey, 10%'s not bad.
10% is not bad, brother.
It's not good either.
No, it's not.
Oh my goodness. Hey, real quick before we get in, I just want to say, yo, shout out to the whole crew, man. We couldn't have done 50 without each and every one of you. 5 shows, 10 shows, no shows. Somebody knows who they are if they even
That's
listen.
been a lot of those.
Yeah, hey, but we appreciate each and every single one of you. And one person in particular, I just want to shout out, Coach. Miss you, love you. If you're listening, tap in, brother. We're always thinking of you. And on that note, we keep it pushing. First quarter time, let's Let's jump into these NBA power rankings. Why don't we? So these rankings are based off of last week's results. Renee's going to bring those up here for us. And let's talk about it for a second, because they've got some interesting things. We did a little pregame discussing, and we couldn't decide what or how we felt about these. So I'm going to do, because our team is in the top 15, I'm going to do the top 15. We got Utah at 1, Clippers at 2, Philadelphia at 3, Phoenix at 4, Denver at 5, Boston at 6, Dallas at 7, Portland at 8, Atlanta at 9, the New York Knicks at 10, Memphis Grizzlies at 11, Milwaukee Bucks at 12, Brooklyn Nets at 13, our LA Lakers at 14, and then the Pacers round out the top 15. Are y'all here for this? They got this all wrong.
All wrong. Yeah.
It's
There's some movement that could be done.
there's
There's a few
definitely
teams that
movement.
could be, yeah, definitely for sure. But I feel like the Lakers are around the area they should be
As of right
without
now.
their 2 best players.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got.
Mm.
I don't know. They're still 33 and 20. Or 34 and 20 now, actually, because
Yeah.
the
They've
one
also
that I was
beaten
looking at is old.
Two
But
really good teams.
yeah, and they just got done beating the Nets and beating Utah.
No,
So-
they whooped the Nets.
Well, that's true.
So where do you
like-
place them at,
like a
Brian?
black mama whoops her son.
I think they're in the top 10. I think they're in the top 10. I'd put them probably at 10. That's where I'd have
Yeah.
them right now.
So
And
you-
once
you
AD
take
and
the-
LeBron get back, then they're going to move right back up towards the top 4 or 5.
I
So,
agree. I agree.
But-
And did y'all see what Drummond did last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played.
Boy, looked
came in and
good.
Played again.
Yeah.
So
And also, real quick, shout out to KCP, who has the fourth most 3-pointers in Laker history. Shout out to KCP.
Fast
doing his
recovery
thing.
for him. He got hurt yesterday too.
He did. Yeah, speedy recovery. He'll probably be out like Donovan Mitchell for like a week with that little. Well, actually, it was cramps. They said it was right.
For Donovan?
no,
No,
for
I'm
KCP.
sorry
For
for
KCP?
KCP.
Yeah, I think it did end up being cramps, and I think Donovan ended up like spraining his ankle or something.
Yeah, Donovan sprained his ankle. Yeah.
Right.
So with that being said,
I mean-
go ahead.
Let me talk this through real quick. And
Yeah.
I don't like these power rankings because I think they're short-sighted. In my opinion, I want to talk about what we all need to talk about is in the West is a 4-team race. It's the Jazz, the Suns, the Clippers, the Lakers, in my opinion. In the East, it's a 3-team race. It's Milwaukee, it's New Jersey. I'm sorry, it's Brooklyn, and it's Philadelphia. Right now, I know we talked a couple months ago, and there was some chatter about Philadelphia, and I wasn't buying it. I'm buying it now. Like legit,
Yeah.
Embiid, he's a legit MVP candidate, and
Yeah.
they can go all the way. You know,
Yeah. If he's
they
healthy.
do what they're supposed to do, they
Yeah.
can beat Brooklyn. Brooklyn has kind of shown me that there's some chinks in that armor, and they're
Mhm.
not as clear cut as I thought they were. In the West, we'll see. Okay, or do you mind want to talk to that real
Well,
quick?
I was just going to say
Yeah, I was
I'm in
gonna say-
agreement with
Go
you.
ahead.
The issue that I have with the Nets is still their defense. They don't play any, and when
Mhm.
it comes playoff time, defense is what wins it. It ain't the offense, you know. And if you look
helps.
at who their coaches, but if you look at their coaches, right? Steve Nash
Right.
was run and gun.
Dan
They didn't
Tony.
do shit. Dan Tony, run and gun, never
Yeah.
did anything.
I
They can
think,
score, but there's no defense there, and
Hey,
you see it.
Mari
They
Stoudemire's
still
there
don't
for
play any
defense.
defense. They
Yeah.
still don't see. Yeah, they still aren't. I mean, even right now, they're still like ranked 25th in defense. You're
Yeah,
not going
but
to win a
also,
championship with
I
the
think when the
25th rank.
playoffs start, they'll buckle down. Like I've seen Harden
But-
play good defense when he needs to. We've all seen KD play good defense
for
on the Warriors.
stretches. For stretches, like
all you
come
need
on,
is during
Well,
the fourth
the-
quarter
yeah.
stretch.
Yeah.
you're going to
That's all you
need
need
it.
is a fourth quarter stretch to really
need it the whole
close the
time.
game.
You need it the whole time in the playoffs.
Not in the East.
Yeah, well, let me also
Only
add
against
this. And
maybe
then,
like Philadelphia and I would say another team is probably Milwaukee because they still have
Yeah.
a solid team.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Jay, I'm gonna add this. I'm sorry, Mick. I'm gonna add this.
and my
then-
dark
then-
horse, Miami.
I was about to say, yo, if you guys learned nothing from
They're
the
starting
playoffs
to,
last
yeah.
year, do not count out Miami. I once again, I get it. I know we're looking. Matter of fact, I'm looking at this list. Oh, there they are. They're at 6. I was about to say, don't count out Boston just yet. I mean, I know that they struggled all year long, but once again, I feel like the playoffs are a different beast. And at the end of the day, what you've done all regular season doesn't amount to anything but seeding come playoff time. It's 0-0 at that point, and it's
Right.
the team that's got it
That
together
wants
the
it
best.
most.
I wish
Exactly.
Coach, I wish Coach was on here because I wanted to ask him a question in regards to the Celtics. And let's say the Celtics get bounced in the first or second round. Is
Mhm.
it time for them to move on from Brad Stevens?
No,
I
but it's
think
time
they
for them
gotta
to
move
move
some
on
players, though.
for their players. Yeah, now Brad
Did you
Stevens
guys
is
see
there.
that he got that 7-year, $70 million deal at Indiana University sitting on his desk?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
heard
I'm
about
saying.
No, I
that.
didn't see that.
I don't
Yeah.
think
They're offering him a
He's
big
not going
contract,
backwards, bro.
he
He's
might.
not going
I mean,
backwards.
you pay him enough. Shit.
$10
I
million a
don't know.
year.
That's a lot of money.
Pay me enough. I'm out.
It is.
A lot of
Get
money.
that.
All right.
Hey, real
Go
quick.
ahead.
I'm sorry on the Boston and Philly. I'm sorry, Boston and Miami. Real quick. Yeah, you guys are right. They're scrappy. My thing with them is I don't think they're big enough up front to when it becomes time. Because Bam Adebayo is the biggest dude on Miami that makes any contributions unless I'm missing something, right?
No, you're right.
He is. He is
And,
right now.
and
Yep.
you guys 6'9", arguably. And in Boston, they let Tyus go or Theus. Like who do they have? Oh, they have the kid, like the 6'10" kid who can spring, but they have nobody.
Yeah, Daniel Tice, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were
who's
trying
big.
to bank on getting Drummond as well. and they just-
Right.
Mhm.
So I think that's where both those teams missed.
Oh,
the boat.
but they just signed the number 2 overall pick out of Duke from several years ago. Jabari Parker.
There he is.
Oh yeah, they sure did. Yeah, they
Another
sure did.
swing man at 6'8".
Yeah.
Yeah, give him a shot.
Who
Okay.
stays injured? Stop
Yeah.
it. No shots. No more
I
shots.
did-
He's getting paid.
Yeah, I know.
He's getting-
I want to sit on the bench and get paid too. Sheesh.
So to pick this up really quick, going to the West, in my opinion, I talked about those 4 teams. It is the championship comes through LA, through the Lakers. My thing with the Lakers is we need some continuity. We don't have it, and it's the injuries. I'm afraid of the injuries coming down the stretch. Our team, we're old. We got a lot of miles. Drummond, all you got to do is step on his foot. He's going to be out for a couple games. If I was playing him, I'd do it. So I still think the Clippers come out of the West.
Jeez, you are such a. Hey, by the way, you said Denver, but I don't think Denver's in the talks anymore without Jamal
Yeah,
Murray.
they're done.
We'll
He's
see.
done for the season.
I agree. I will have to say I've watched a lot of Denver lately. I really have watched. I've started to key in more on the playoff teams and just the way that Jokic plays that game, bro. Like I totally understand
MVP.
Jamal Murray going down, but it is Jokic's team. Like he is the orchestrator of that team, and he can get guys in positions. And I think that move for Aaron Gordon has been extremely underrated because he just fits. It's a piece to a puzzle. He no longer has to stand out. You know what I mean? The cog just moves together. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I don't think they're all the way down and out. They're gonna make some noise. I got them taking the Clippers out, and we won't even see the Clippers. We don't even have to worry about that. And with that, let's keep it pushing. Some top stories this week. There was a lot of things going on. First and foremost, I'm going to save the first one on this list for last, just because I think that's going to take us the most time to discuss. But let's talk about the chef. The chef's been cooking these past 2 weeks. My God, this boy's been cooking. Mm-hmm. Steph Curry. I wish I'd brought the numbers up, but I want to say over the past 8 games, he's shooting over 45%. Last night he had 11 3-pointers, and I don't know if you guys watched that game versus Boston. This dude made one ridiculous shot at the end where it's like, why is he? There's no way. He had another one where he threw it up with the left hand and went in. Like they said, Steph's gonna Steph. You know what I mean? He's making everything Steph-less. Like that boy, he's got to be in the MVP discussion too, right? Like, what do y'all think about what Steph is doing?
He does, but it reminds me of 06 Kobe where he did everything and Steve Nash still got the MVP.
He's not in the MVP conversation. I'll tell you why right now. So I mean, he has a pretty damn good team around him still with Wiggins and Draymond. He had Wiseman before he went down. His team is all right. They got some scores.
You said pretty good. His team is all right.
It's all right. It's better than most teams. Better than Portland when everyone was hurt and Dame was still carrying them and kept him in the 4 seed.
Yeah,
and he's fighting for what is he in the 10 seed right now? No, no MVP race. I applaud what he's doing. Doesn't make you MVP race if you ain't winning games and putting your team in playoff contention at least.
Well, I mean, they've won some games.
Even he was bashing the whole bubble play. He was like, if we don't deserve to really be in it, why do we have to have the playoff in? He even knows that they're in the 10th spot. I'm like, I don't know if we really need to be in the playoff.
I think that's at least
Kobe, like you said, Jamal, at least he got us in the playoffs, he carried us, put us in there. You know what I mean? 8th spot at least. Like,
all right. Real quick,
stacking numbers, but yeah, I agree with you.
Before I move on from that, there's been a lot of traction about Steph to LA. Y'all believe anything about that?
Oh, I wish. No, he ain't leaving.
Come on.
I would love for that, but that ain't happening.
There you
Him
go.
and LeBron together.
Hey, it's in the media, bro. It's in the media, David.
I'm trying. I'm real.
Yeah, hey, why not? You know what I'm saying? I'm manifesting number 30. You know,
I haven't bought a jersey.
Are you fishing?
I don't know how
Are
long.
you fishing?
I would buy Curry's if he became a Laker.
Yes. The answer is yes. Yes.
We're in our Luda bag.
But by the time we get him, he's going to be that Steve Nash all busted up, and it is not even worth getting him.
I just need Reggie Miller to do it.
Hey, I just need him to be something better than Glenn Rice.
Just need him to be Ray Allen when Ray Allen was on the Heat.
That would work too.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
All right. Well, we talked about this next topic, and I guess I'll just kind of let you guys briefly give me. I mean, I know a couple of you already tapped in and said that Denver is out following the Jamal Murray injury where he tore his ACL, and he's going to be out for a year, not an NBA year, a full year. What do you guys see with Denver going forward?
They're still going to make the playoffs, but I just don't see them going very deep. They might win the first round and then be out.
Yeah, they're not a championship team yet.
Well, let's think about what Murray did.
They're
last
a fun
year,
team to watch.
Murray was a big game shooter at the end. He put up points. He was a big game shooter in the bubble, and they were, within one game of being in the Western Conference Finals. I think they switched their attack. They go inside out with Jokic, and they need 2 other guys that can come up and hit shots and give them, 25 to 30 a night. So I wouldn't count them out yet. I still think that they can make a run to, the conference semis or possibly the conference finals, depending on the matchup.
But do you think they can win it all? That's the whole point.
I don't think they're coming.
Right?
I thought
I don't
no,
think
it's
that,
just what
I
he
mean,
thinks.
that's what you played.
It,
That's what
it
you
is.
played.
It's right. I don't think
I
they
don't
can win
even
it
know
all.
if
No.
they'll beat Utah if they play each other because that's who they beat in the first round last
Mm.
year, and I don't
Mm.
think they could beat them now without Jamal Murray.
I don't know.
He's
Utah
pretty
is
clutch,
weird.
dude. He's clutch when it's like big games. He shows up.
Yeah.
I don't know if all the other team shows up like the rest of the Denver, besides Jokic, obviously, who's probably going to be MVP, shows up like he does when it's like a big game.
Well, I'll say this, man. It's really funny because earlier in the year, a lot of people were talking about where is Jamal Mitchell or Jamal Murray, excuse me. And then even on this podcast, we were like, yo, where is he? And now that he's gone, a lot of people are just really down on their playoff hopes. Once again, I think for them, as far as the playoffs go, they're really going to miss Jeremy Grant during this time. Really going to miss the things that he did. I think Aaron Gordon's going to be able to step in there and provide a little bit of a buffer, but at the end of the day, this is all on Jokic's back. And we'll see how he does and how he performs. Hit Jokic and MPJ, which MPJ also asked for this. You know what I'm saying? And I saw a lot of flashes, and then I seen a lot of misses out of that guy. But this will be his time to shine.
I think Porter
His big
Jr. is a
game's
lot
gonna be-
like Kuzma.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
for
That's
sure.
what I
think he's
think
a little more consistent, but his defense is. Rumor is in the NBA that his IQ is terrible.
Is that what it is?
when it comes to, like-
Kuzma?
No,
No,
when it comes to,
Porter
like,
Jr.
Oh.
Supposedly, like,
No,
he's
Kuzma
a
too.
great offensive player and he can shoot and everything. But rumor is like, just I guess basketball IQ wise, they say like, and especially on the defensive end, his IQ is just like,
Man,
way
and that's
below
major
average.
key, right?
And
I think what's the name got to step up? Bobo.
Yeah. Shout out to
Step
him
up
too.
to what?
You just said that to say something on the podcast. Huh?
Yeah, that is true, man. I looked him up, man. He kind of like you, man. I gotta say.
You don't wear the sunglasses like me though.
Hey, real talk, Bo, man. He got the tools, man. I mean, he got to put it together consistently. That boy is crazy nice. All right, let's keep it pushing. On to Embiid. We kind of tapped in on this one earlier. Mick mentioned that he's buying in, right? Embiid looks unfreaking stoppable. I mean, my God.
Agreed.
He is, I mean, he can score. The only thing that I don't like about Embiid is how are you that big, that talented? He's getting his dream shape together. He's inside and out, but he's still, like, if you tap him, he still flops and all of that extra, unnecessary stuff. But he's got Philly in the running, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is just as good as the year that they lost to Toronto, to the Kawhi Toronto team, if not better. What do y'all see out of this team?
I see them going to the championship. I told you this before in the past.
Okay.
It's going to be Philly Lakers.
Philly Lakers. I like that. Okay.
I mean, he does. He actually looks like
And he's going to
an
win
old school
MVP.
big man, like someone that dominates right now.
Well,
which
that's-
is-
He
I
looks
think
a
like
lot
the
of-
MDE.
yeah,
Yeah.
he looks like a.
Well, a lot of people said,
Olajuwon and shit.
he's 10 years removed from when it was,
Right.
dominating center
Yeah, exactly.
league, right? Like 10 years ago, you still had all the big, true
Kind of
big
crazy,
guys.
huh? Like, we ain't had a center and MVP, and probably the two that are in the
Yeah.
running are Jokic and Embiid this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's pump the brake, boys, because we've had this debate several times. Who's the coach of the Sixers?
Here
Doc
we
Rivers.
go.
Doc
Let's just
Rivers.
pump the
Here
brakes
we go.
because
Doc
we've seen this
Uh,
movie
here we
before.
go.
And,
But you
look,
just
and look,
said-
and
but
look at where
just-
they're at. And look
Just
at
a few
where they're
minutes
at
ago,
now.
you said you were buying them.
Right, but I'm just saying, let's pump the brakes because I'm sure this debate may come up again, and we've both sat on both sides of this fence. Or we've all sat on both sides of this fence.
Wait, so you think Doc Rivers is a bad coach?
Yes.
I don't think
Sometimes
so.
I
That's
think he is.
what
Sometimes I
Mick
think he
thinks.
isn't.
Nah, you
So
guys are
some
crazy.
of these guys think that, bro. I
He
think
was
Yeah.
he was a
great coach.
champion first of all, and
Yeah.
How many
you-
free
wait,
one
you
leagues
think-
has he given up, Renee?
So my
What's his team
question
given
is,
up?
do you think Ty Lue is better than Doc Rivers?
I think
Tyree
the
No.
players respond
Had a
to him better.
ridiculous
Yes.
team when they won the championship,
Whoa.
and I won't give him no credit because I think LeBron basically carried that
Bro.
whole team on his back.
You know he's
Yeah.
coaching the Clippers right now, right?
Yeah, no, Ty Lue.
No, it's not Ty Lue. Rajon Rondo is coaching the Clippers.
Well,
right now.
exactly, whatever. My point exactly. I'm just saying,
Rajon Rondo said
you calling the
don't
Clippers to
lose.
get to the finals with Ty Lue, and I would say no.
Yeah.
Well, that's
outrageous.
why we debated.
That's why we're debating. I guess. And
Nice,
shout out to
nice.
David who's watching us live, by the way.
Yeah,
David,
shout out to David.
bro.
Thank you, David.
All right, so one last thing. Well, a couple last things on the NBA note. This week was the 5-year anniversary of Kobe's last game, which we kind of discussed earlier in our production meeting. What a hell of a game! You know what I'm saying? It's really funny. I don't know if you guys remember, Shaq challenged Kobe to do what? He challenged him to put up 50. Kobe was like, nah. And then he went out and did 60 in true Kobe fashion, right?
63. 63.
63, excuse me. You're right. Yeah, shout out to 63. Yeah. What do y'all remember about that other than the obvious things? Like, do y'all remember how you felt?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of remember what it was
Bittersweet.
like. Yeah, it was exactly
was-
bittersweet.
yeah.
Mamba out, right? Like you were like, oh man, that's amazing. But then you're like, damn, we ain't gonna see this no more. So fortunately for me, I got to see Kobe one last time. Shout out to John Sheffy at Core States. He took me to see him the second to last game. It was awesome.
Mhm.
I think it's going to go down like as one. You know how they have these kind of moments in sports history. It's going to be. It's probably already is that way, but it was something to watch, especially when you had another game at that same time. Like Golden State trying to go undefeated for the season, and the majority of the people were watching actually Kobe game for the last time. You know,
It's
that was pretty
probably
amazing.
the best way you could walk off your career without winning a championship.
Amen.
But
Yeah.
winning the game,
That was
Yeah.
that was a crappy season.
Right.
What do we have? 14, 15 wins
18.
that season?
Terrible.
18. Hey, real quick, Andrew Bernstein is the official photographer for the Lakers, and
Yeah.
right outside his office, he had a guy paint a mural of when Kobe's walking off.
Mhm.
I think that's a perfect photo op for the 10 Cents podcast in our gear. Make a trip down there, take a picture in front of that mural.
Yeah.
For,
I
for
like
the
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
website.
I'm with that 100%.
Website.
I will bring the gear.
Yeah.
I will bring the gear. Additional side note on that. I don't know if you guys seen that Michael Jordan is going to induct Kobe into the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame this year, which I think is going to be major key, man. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to that.
Good choice.
Very
Hey,
good choice.
Good choice.
If that Hall of Fame speech is anything like the speech at his funeral, it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it'll be a tearjerker, man. And I'm not a crying type of dude, but you know.
I had
For
something
you,
in my
you're
eye.
crying now.
You soft.
I just had something in my
I had
eye.
something in my eye.
Hey,
All right.
real
Good.
quick.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you think of if it was a Philadelphia Clipper final?
A lot of storylines there too. We wouldn't like it though. But
Are we betting?
I'm
Nothing
not
to
watching.
discuss
Are
there.
we
Yeah, there's
betting
nothing
that-
to discuss. I mean,
I'm not watching.
Clippers?
That's Detroit, San Antonio. I'm out.
You'll watch.
No, not doing it. All right. So the last thing that happened this week, and I feel like this one we need to save for the end because I feel like there's just so many things around this. Is earlier in the week, man, there was actually a couple of things this week, as there always are, that made news in regards to just I guess more of this social injustice, police shooting first, asking question last, that type of thing. But in Minnesota, Dante Wright was shot fatally, and Minnesota originally it was just the Timberwolves that postponed or canceled their game with Brooklyn. That was on the 12th. Major League Baseball and NHL decided also to postpone their games. And then also we had, a couple of guys on other teams sit out just because they were either from the area or just because the story had hit home. We also had, one happen as well later in the week in a 13-year-old that was shot in Chicago, with his hands up. Just what do you guys think about this? Like, just a few quick.
About
I'm
what,
Gonna,
Justin?
I'm going to reserve my comments because I've got the final word. And I kind of want to talk through that, so I'm going to
Okay.
reserve my comments.
Okay. Well, then how about this? Just simply put, how do you feel about like the NBA and teams being able to just postpone?
I think that's fine. Like if they're feeling, if it's for a good cause, like it was, I say, yeah, do it. Like
I feel
as a
the-
team, as a group of people.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think it's their way of giving the unfortunate victim like a moment of silence in their way of mannerism. So yeah, I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's actually a good sign of respect.
Well, the NBA has a huge platform and they're very influential. So I actually applaud them, trying to bring some notoriety to what's going on. Kind of like what Kaepernick did, and the NFL didn't embrace it. The NBA, they get it.
Right. Yeah. Well, they definitely try, extremely hard. And I don't know. I mean, I hope it's helping to push the needle a little bit with some awareness and things of that nature. But You know,
Good question.
it's unfortunate.
Why is it? And do you think the NFL doesn't embrace it like the NBA does? Is it like they're older? Their owners are
old
just
boys.
older, or
They're good old boys.
you know what I mean? Is that what it is? Because I feel like NBA does have like younger.
I think the
owners,
difference
which
is
kind
that the
of like-
commissioner for the NBA is a true commissioner
Mhm.
versus the NFL.
human.
Goodell just bows down to the ownership. Like he knows that if I don't do what I got to do, they'll just get rid of me. Whereas, you know, David Stern originally started off as the guy who made the league run, knowing that it was based off of the players, not off of the owners. And Adam Silver's taken it to a whole nother level, right? All the
Yeah.
guys really respect him, and he's always stood behind them. Like if they want to stand up and speak out, go right ahead. They have that right to. Like, you know, Mick
Yeah.
said, NFL, it's a good old boy league, and it's been that way for a long time. And all the owners feel that they're more important than the actual league itself, I think. And that's the
Yeah.
issue. So
Yeah, I agree. Adam Silver does a fantastic job, really
Right.
just
I
doing
agree.
his best with balancing, you know, between,
Yeah.
you know, it's a business, so there's got to
Right.
be money made, but at the same
Look
time,
what he did with the Clippers.
I don't know if you guys are
Yeah.
in the comments or not, but Eddie said plantation mentality. That's why.
yeah, for sure. 100%.
yeah,
That's what he shot.
Yeah.
at. So,
Yeah. And the P in Eddie's name does not stand for plantation, but I appreciate you for throwing that out there. We miss you, brother. All right. One last thing that we'll talk about in the first quarter. And man, this story has taken off, had wings, and then flattened out real quick. And that was the
Yep.
Aaron Donald situation,
Speaking of-
where he was initially charged with assault. My guy released a picture. He looked just as bad as a big black dude that got beat up in Walmart by the little dude. And then the video was released where Aaron Donald was trying to help him up and dust him off. And he was like, and so dude apologized. He said, "No, it wasn't Aaron Donald that gave me them hands. It was really that little dude behind him."
It was a better story if Aaron Donald gave him those hands, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
a
really
better story,
was.
but you know, it's a good story
Yeah.
that he actually helped him up and like dust him off. Like, man, shout out.
Yeah.
Like, football players kind of get a bad rap, man. They always seem to be the
The bad guy.
bad athlete or whatever. So, you know,
well, I think this
it
is just
wasn't bad.
another one of those stories where let's hear the whole story first before we make judgment.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
I mean, yeah,
I mean-
I agree because I
I mean, dude, all
was
week
way-
long, all
like,
it was Donald, charged with assault, and then all of a sudden on Friday, it's
Right.
oh, yeah, no.
I just
never
wanted it
mind.
for selfish reasons to help, our
Yeah,
division
Well,
better,
I
right? I wanted
understand.
our division, my
Right.
team to have a better shot
Yeah.
without him playing. But all
puncher's
right.
chance, a
Right.
puncher's chance.
There
Well,
you
I
go.
applaud what he did, but I always caution those guys because he's got a lot to lose. If I were that guy, I'd have an entourage, and I'm steering clear. I'll send one of my guys because he's Aaron
Yeah.
Donald. He's not Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
sure.
a crazy society to think about, man. Rather than seeing somebody who is successful and making money, think to yourself, "Yo, I'm gonna try to be successful and make money myself." We're scheming, right? Like the people try to scheme, and there's a million different schemes out there. And I
Yeah.
wish people just put that energy into something different, something positive. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Alright.
hey, Rick, before you move on, just one
Yeah.
Good
thing
job, Aaron.
with Major League
Good job,
Baseball.
Aaron.
dude. If you guys haven't been watching, if you guys haven't been watching, dude, this Dodgers Padres series,
Hey,
we're in, we're not even 20 games into the season,
Bro.
and it feels like the playoffs.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
it's a playoff. It's a playoff
Yeah.
matchup for sure.
and
Yeah.
today's the third game, the final game of this series for this go around, anyways. But the Dodgers are off to the best season start ever for a defending champion.
Gang, gang.
Okay, we're the
13 effect.
motherfucking best.
13-2.
Fuck the Dodgers.
13-2 right
Mookie
now.
effect, gang, gang. You know what I'm
That's-
saying? Shout out to Mookie.
So
I told y'all,
I mean-
Mookie was a missing piece.
this
Great job,
this is
Dodgers.
I think we're on way to having another good season, obviously.
An
amazing
and
season.
Bellinger's out right now with a hairline fracture in his leg, but the two rookies have stepped up. I mean, two more rookies, for crying out loud, have stepped up. That McKinstry or McKinsky guy out, and he's been playing like 6 or 7 different positions.
Yeah.
And then Radley, who was a Dodger, got traded in the Hideki, whatever his name was. What was his name?
Mhm.
What was
Nomo?
the
No.
pitcher?
I don't know.
The
Not
other,
Matsui. Not Hideki Matsui. right?
no, but who was the other pitcher that we had that we sent to to Minnesota.
I know who.
Clayton Kershaw. What
No.
you thinking?
I don't remember. I know you're talking about. I don't remember.
But anyways, they brought him back in another trade later on. So anyways, just
piggyback off
Dodgers
you
are
said-
looking good, man.
Real quick, Brian, pick back off what you said and what I really enjoy about, the Dodgers specifically and my teams in general is every game they're trying to win. And I feel like they're not out of a game. So, and they don't mail it in. And that's, if I see that out of my team, win or lose, I'm okay with it. And the Dodgers this year look like they're trying to win every game. And that's what I appreciate about them.
I hope you bring that same energy to the Cardinals.
Okay,
Just
please.
saying. Just saying.
They got to show improve. They got to show
You know
improve.
what?
Oh, my goodness.
We have no excuses. We have no excuses this year. And I don't want to talk football. Don't loop me in. Don't bring me in.
I hope he keeps the same energy. I hope he keeps the same energy for the Dodgers for the entire season.
As long as they play hard, I'm in.
Never mind. I don't want to.
All right. Jumping into the second quarter, why don't we? And we are squadding up this week. Actually, man, it's gonna be weird. We'll try it. Let me think. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this is gonna be a lopsided team, but we'll discuss.
I'll just be in the back seat, man. I'll just jump in.
You know what? Actually, this is how we're squadding up this. It's open debate. We don't have enough.
There you go.
Pete,
That's
you should have
fine.
jumped in. Coach, you should have jumped in. KD, wherever you are, you should have jumped in. You know what I'm saying? So since we're just gonna have open debates, okay? So the very first one, Renee, if you don't mind, sir, let's talk about the goats. The goats. So the Score via Instagram put out this bracket where they discussed who is the GOAT of GOATs. They put together their brackets. You know we love brackets here on the 10 Cents podcast. Just because it ain't March no more doesn't mean the madness stops. So let's take a look at who they have. Hit forward for me. Okay, so we'll just call this the left bracket. They have Michael Jordan versus Mario Lemieux of Pittsburgh Penguins NHL fame. They got Miss Serena Williams against Tiger Woods. That's crazy. Tom Brady versus Usain Bolt. My man, the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali versus Lisa Leslie. I'm sorry, Lisa. Let's go to the other side real quick. They have Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. That's cold. They have Roger Federer versus Michael Phelps. Wayne Gretzky versus Mia Hamm. LeBron James versus the great Bambino. So let's discuss real quick. Let's break these down. Since we're on this side, let's discuss. Who y'all got? Messi or Ronaldo? You know, this is a nonstop.
I got Pele.
I got Messi.
You got Pele?
Yeah, man. Real talk. They
Shout out to
disrespecting Pele, not having him on here.
Shout out to Pele.
True.
I got Messi. I rolled Messi. No specific reason. He's Argentine. I rock with Argentina because of my Uncle Rick. That's it.
Hey.
I got
I got-
Ronaldo. I got Ronaldo.
No, of course, I was about to say, I'm waiting on you. I know what you're
he's
gonna
a
say.
prototypical striker. 6'1", crazy moves, good looking guy.
I was about to say,
Great
there it is. You like that he's pretty.
Okay.
Say it. You like that he's
Yeah.
pretty.
I like that he's pretty and his game is pretty.
Yeah.
I'll take Ronaldo.
I'm a Messi guy. I love what he does with the ball. I mean, it's like he's got the ball's attached to his foot.
Okay, that's already 3 for Messi right there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
So-
going Messi as well, brother. 5 foot
Yeah.
unite. You know what I'm saying? All right. What about Federer versus Phelps? This is probably one of the
Ooh.
least ones that I care about.
I'll choose
Well,
Phelps
Michael
because he's in
Phelps.
America. Yeah,
I'm going
because he got like
Phelps.
8, 7
6,
medals.
8, like those years when he was in the Olympics, he was untouchable.
And he
Federer's never
smoked
been
weed.
untouchable.
And he smoked
Yeah.
weed while he did it.
yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah,
Hey.
Phelps over Federer.
All right. So we got Phelps. So we got Messi and Phelps in the next round. Gretzky and Ham. This
Gretzky.
one is
Oh,
unfortunate.
Gretzky.
Yeah, Gretzky.
Yeah.
Great one.
Shout out to Mia Hamm, though. We appreciate
Yep.
everything she did for U.S. women's soccer. You know what I'm saying? She the one. LeBron James versus Babe Ruth.
But
Oh, I'm
LeBron
gonna have to choose
James.
Babe Ruth.
Damn.
I got to go James. Babe Ruth didn't even have any competition back. How many teams were there? How many
That's
guys
not-
were
that's
there?
not-
Because the competition was in the Negro leagues. That's
That-
why.
that's-
Yeah, I'm going LeBron James.
That's you can't say that. That's who was out there was out there. You can't.
No,
you
yeah,
were saying
we
the
know
same
you
for Will
can't.
Chamberlain, right?
Yeah. LeBron James
Okay.
moves forward.
Yeah.
All right.
Whatever.
So let's
So did anyone any votes for Babe?
Nobody else said something. He just moved on. That's some racist shit.
Mm.
Why were you
Speak
pulling out
up.
the race card? Anyone voting for Babe Ruth? Besides
Over
you?
No.
LeBron? No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Keep it pushing.
Whatever.
So LeBron versus Wayne Gretzky.
Gretzky.
I'm LeBron, but People are gonna say Gretzky.
Gretzky.
Look.
Why
I
is Gretzky
appreciate
better
it.
than LeBron?
Gretzky did way more for his sport. Especially in America.
Yeah.
Come on. I mean, he's the
LA.
one who really
He
made hockey.
didn't bring no championship to the Kings, so I don't care.
No, he didn't. But
Right.
but
You know who did bring one to
That is
LA?
facts.
LeBron.
Ooh, that's
But,
a tough.
who made hockey? Who put hockey on the map in LA? Gretzky.
Yeah,
Hockey's
that's
not even on
Gretzky.
the map.
It is.
Barely on
Yes,
the
it is.
map.
It
Nah,
is.
it is. It is.
it's just not in Rene Perez's world.
I watch
Right.
hockey. I watch it. I'm a
Ah.
Pittsburgh Penguins fan, but I'm just
Shout out to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Yeah.
Well, because you're as tall as him. That's why.
Hilarious.
Wow.
He said you as tall as a
But
penguin.
Gretzky moves on.
Damn. All fades. I agree with Gretzky moving on. Yeah. And then Messi and Phelps. We got Messi,
Phelps.
right?
Messi.
I got Phelps.
Helps.
We got
Messi.
Phelps. I got Messi. All right. So
I
we got
got Messi.
two Phelps, two Messi.
Brian,
I mean,
All right.
what you got?
Whew. I'm gonna go with Phelps just because he's won.
Oh,
Black
Mm.
Rob,
come
who you
on.
got?
Just because he's won.
I'm Chocolate
rolling with
one
Phelps,
Kenobi.
too.
Black Phelps.
Dang. Okay. So
Yeah.
Phelps.
I'm going with
All
Phelps
right.
just because he won. I mean, Messi hasn't taken his national team to the
Agreed.
big
And when
game.
he did, they choked.
Yep.
Mm.
So
Same with
Okay.
Ronaldo.
All right,
Okay.
fine. So
I gotta
then we
change it back
got
to
Phelps versus I'm sorry, we got Phelps versus
Gretzky. Yeah, Gretzky.
Gretzky.
Okay, so y'all just handed that one in for Gretzky. That's fine. All right, so let's go back to the other side of the bracket. Let's see who Gretzky would face in the championship. So we got Michael Jordan and Mario Lemieux. Anybody voting for Mario Lemieux?
MJ.
Yeah, Jordan. All right, Serena and Tiger. Anybody voting for Tiger?
Tiger.
Tiger.
I got Serena.
Okay,
Okay.
she lost. But she lost.
Who'd you get?
You got why? Because of booty?
Wait,
Or
wait.
what?
No,
Wait, who,
Serena Williams,
Who did
Black
you vote
woman
for,
in tennis, killed
Brian?
it.
I didn't hear you.
I said Tiger.
Who you
I
got?
said
Black
Tiger.
Tiger.
Oh,
Tiger.
Bro, she
Yeah.
was
Well, like
she was
Serena?
pregnant and still, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right.
Well,
man.
she's
It's
still lost.
crazy.
Y'all hate black women. That's cool.
Hey, the
Yeah,
only reason.
really.
Hey,
You're talking to the wrong guy.
Tiger ain't even the greatest in golf ever.
Oh man. All right, that's fine. So Michael Jordan and Tiger. All right, so Tom Brady and Usain Bolt.
Brady. It's not
Brady. And then
Ali.
do we even need to do
Ali.
Ali.
I'm sorry, Lisa. You are dope though. All right, so let's go Muhammad Ali and Tom Brady. That one's
Brady.
an interesting one.
Brady.
I'm going Muhammad Ali.
I'm
Love me some Ali
Really?
too.
The
It's-
greatest of all time.
Well, here it
He
is. It's
did
more
what-
okay. If you tell me who's the greatest boxer, you're going to get way more debate on who's the greatest boxer is. And if I told you who's the greatest quarterback ever,
So, but what about if you're the greatest woman tennis player and the greatest golfer ever? You might get more debate against Tiger than you would against Serena. But
but
still-
you could have saved that argument for the last round. Then
And,
he tried to tell you. He did say Tiger ain't even the greatest golfer of
say
all
that.
time.
but then he got quiet. So
well, what do you want him to say? You guys are already moving on. You guys are-
Yeah.
you could have said, bring it back.
Serena
You have that latitude.
Brady-
All right, so
Brady
you guys
moves
are telling
on.
me that Tom Brady moves on.
Yes.
I like Tom Brady.
Oh my god! All right,
I
so
mean, let everyone
Michael and
vote.
Tiger.
Anyone else voting against Tom Brady is the question.
Nobody else gave their vote.
I know
Brian,
what I'm saying.
what-
Anyone else?
Brady.
Brian, you okay?
yeah.
I'm watching-
Actually,
I'm watching
I'm
this.
I'm going Ali.
Oh, see there. We
Ooh.
got two. It's on you, Luda. What you got?
I'm gonna go Ali. Fuck Brady.
Hey,
Hey, one of our
gang.
listeners, let us know who you want. You want Brady or Ali? We'll put them forward.
All
Oh,
right.
Ali just got the
Yeah.
nod. Ali
Got
just
the nod.
I thought there was 3-3. You know.
It's 3
Nah.
and 3.
Is it 3-3?
Yeah.
No. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Black Rob
Luda,
said
me,
Brady.
you,
Oh, and me. No, that's 4.
and Brian.
That's
yeah.
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 4-2.
Who picked Brady? I picked Brady.
Oh, you
I
did?
Brady.
I
Yeah, I
thought you
picked
picked
Brady.
Ali.
Nah, I
Oh,
picked
so it's
Brady.
I
3-3.
picked Brady.
It's 3-3. I picked
Yeah, because
Oh,
Rob.
Oh.
shit.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Well, damn. All right. Well, we'll come back to that then. All right. So Michael Jordan versus Tiger Woods. Anybody got
Jordan.
Woods?
Jordan.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh man, we got to break the tie. Which one of y'all got a coin?
Eddie
Rock,
P,
paper,
you're
scissors.
listening.
And you listen. Give us tell us who you want to move forward.
Look,
Brady
who
or
wants
Ali?
to debate this real quick? Who's got a compelling argument other than Muhammad Ali basically did more with less?
did
he
more
was
than that,
fighting-
like that.
He was
He was
fighting
fighting- he was fighting the
during
world.
times they
He
didn't
was
want
fighting the
Negroes
world.
to fight.
He did.
He
was
went
fighting
to
the
jail,
world.
lost his championship, came back and beat. Come on, man.
fought racism and shit.
Tom Brady.
Are we talking about what they did outside their sport or inside their sport?
Both.
I'm just
Both.
saying. You talk about the goats of goats, the greatest of all time. These are things that make him great.
He fought the military. He fought the world.
I mean, I could tell you that him not going to war is fine. Like if that's for your religion, I get it. Like I'm not gonna. But then you just go step in the ring and throw them hands. Wait, you don't fight for your country, but you step in the ring and throw them hands?
No, he fights for himself.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying.
So, well, that's another debate for another day. So I don't know if you want to die on that hill, Rick, but we can talk about that. Here's this: 10 Super Bowls in 20 years, 7 chips.
Yeah,
that's never going to be done again.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
You don't know that.
Well, no, and the league changes all the rules.
You don't know that.
Well, I'll bet you we'll have to collect in heaven, but I'll bet you.
All right, fine. Tom Brady versus Michael Jordan. Who do you guys got?
Jordan.
They should have been on the opposite brackets. Like, there's no way Gretzky should.
I agree, but they're on the same side. So who you got?
I got MJ.
There it is.
That's Jordan.
Because I love basketball.
So it's Jordan versus Gretzky.
I got Tom.
Jordan.
Wait, everybody got Jordan but me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Jordan.
Yeah. So Jordan over Gretzky, yes or no?
Ooh,
I got Gretzky.
Yes. I got Jordan.
Gretzky. I got Gretzky.
I got Jordan.
Okay, I hear two Gretzkys. I hear 3 Jordans.
No, you hear 1 Jordan.
No.
Right, well, here's the second then. If you only heard 1, here's 2.
Thank you, Black Rob.
That's no beard on.
I'm going Jordan.
There it
Fucking
is.
Brian, dude.
There it is. Now,
Fucking
ironically, Renee, what was the results of the people that voted? Right, it was Jordan and Gretzky in the end.
No, it was
yeah.
Well, it was, but Gretzky won.
But Gretzky won. The people had Gretzky winning over Jordan. I can't do that. I can't do that. So
I think Gretzky would vote for Jordan.
I agree. I agree.
I think
Well,
so.
my argument for Gretzky is he still holds records. He's been out of the league however many years. He's got more MVPs than Mike does. Look at all the chips that he's brought between Team Canada, the Oilers, everywhere he's gone. He's untouchable. Jordan doesn't even have the scoring record in the NBA. He doesn't have the most chips in the NBA. I'm going with Gretzky.
Yeah.
Gretzky doesn't have the most
Robert
chips.
Horry has more chips.
Hold on, what do they say right here? 9 seconds to go. Oh, they're just talking about, okay, that's just the one thing that they brought. Yeah. All right.
50 goals, though. Gretzky, 50 goals in the first 39 games.
Just so y'all know, the same 10 Cents podcast that voted for an
Michael Jordan
Instagram model over Beyonce has voted for Michael Jordan over Gretzky. Live with it. All right. Live with it.
Unlike you,
All
I'm
right.
not. I can move on.
Yeah, we are moving on. We are. All right. So, the second thing we're going to debate. Actually, I'm going to lump this into 2. And I'm sorry because we're going to pull one from Bump It or Dump It. There were a couple of notable retirements. One in the NFL in Julian Edelman, and then one in the NBA in LaMarcus Aldridge. Both they've had pretty decent careers. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good careers. Mm-hmm. It's been debated all week whether they belong in the Hall of Fame. I think one is a lot more clear than the other. What do you guys think?
I don't think so.
I don't think either one of them belongs.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. I
Brian,
don't.
why?
If you have to ask, they're not in. That's the way I look at it. Like if you literally have to sit there and debate on whether or not somebody's in or not, then they're not in.
I hate the fact that just
they're not a first time.
Rob looks so spiritual, I believe it. I was like, yo, Jesus right here understands. He's right.
I mean, if I had to make a debate, I would probably debate LaMarcus Aldridge over
Edelman.
But
Edelman, yeah.
Well, here's the thing though. The
Aldridge is probably going to get in the NBA Hall of Fame. By the way,
criteria for Aldridge getting in the NBA versus the criteria for a wide receiver getting in the Hall of Fame for the NFL, those are totally 2 different things. There's only someone said it earlier. There's 24 wide receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
In the Hall of Fame.
And I can probably name 5 or 6 more right now who are more deserving than Edelman who aren't in.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like versus like you said, if you had to pick between Aldridge or Edelman, I'd lean towards Aldridge.
Yeah.
He probably is going to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I mean,
he may not get in on the first go.
He's like a 5-time All NBA, All Rookie Team, 7-time All Star.
Those are pedestrian numbers.
I think what happened to him.
I was gonna say,
those are pedestrian numbers.
Those are how many times has he been first team?
I mean, 5-time All NBA. Why does it have to be
Okay.
first team?
Well, first team, those are the best of the best. Third team,
Yeah.
you got to be first team. If you're a Hall of Famer, shouldn't you be first team at least
Yeah.
a few times?
At least once
Yeah.
or something. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
I
You-
don't know
look,
how many times he's been.
That's a
just
very
like-
good point.
Renee just likes his guys, so he's gonna
No,
make the
I
effort and
I
make the
don't
point
think
for whatever.
If
You
you
know?
ask
So
me about the
you try to make
NBA
it.
Hall
You
of
try to
Fame,
make it look better than it really
No.
is.
I'm just telling you,
Yes.
if I was
No,
to
he
go in the
originally
NBA
said
Hall of Fame, there'd be
neither
a lot
one
of
of
people in the NBA that wouldn't like Tracy McGrady would never be in the Hall of Fame for me.
Oh,
Ooh,
Yeah, I said it.
yeah, that's
That hurts.
It wasn't long enough.
We got to
So-
definitely do a spot up on that
I'm
one.
just
That's
saying
what
he
she
wouldn't be in the
said.
Hall of Fame.
We
for me.
definitely got to do a spot up for that one.
all right.
I don't hate what he said, but I'm not sure about it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But you're
I
not
don't
sure about
agree.
it. So if it's
I
on the
don't agree.
border, you shouldn't be in. You should be a
Yeah.
surefire. For me, I'm like Brian. If you're not a surefire Hall of Famer and you're on the bubble, you're not a Hall of Famer. I shouldn't have to think about
That's
it.
fair.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I've never loved LaMarcus Aldridge like that. Now, Dame said that the Blazers should
Retire his
retire at
number.
12. That's
Right.
fine. If you do something, no, you don't even like that.
I don't even agree with that.
Ooh.
Retire his number. What did he do for Portland? Did he put him on the map?
First of all,
This
you
is-
want him to go to the
you
Hall
could-
of
you
Fame.
could
So
argue
why
I
that.
do you
don't
wanna
want
get
him
This
to
feels
go to the
like
Hall
this-
of Fame. He will end up in the Hall of Fame because the NBA's criteria is so weird. I don't even know why
Right,
half
it
the
is.
people are in there.
Okay, then why shouldn't he get his number retired then?
We're in the same debate right now of the argument that we had a couple
So
weeks ago
Aldridge
about James
deserves to have
Harden's
his number
being
hanging next to
retired.
Clyde Drexler, in your opinion?
No, I don't agree. But if he's going to the Hall of Fame, then might as well throw his number up there.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah.
I hear that.
I don't
know.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fair.
a-
if
that's
he's
a
gonna
tough
go to
one.
the Hall of Fame.
You know what? Hey, you know what? Portland has their limitations of what they consider all its. If I'm there and I shoot a 3-pointer, they might fucking retire. You know? So let's whatever.
I mean,
But
all right.
I think in
Luka,
your case, the
here
retirement
you go.
it's a wrap for you, my guy. Your
Robert
ass is
Horry?
retired.
Robert
They'll give
Horry
you
should
another
have his
contract.
number retired
Yeah.
or LaMarcus Aldridge.
Robert Ory for
Exactly.
damn sure.
That's
For damn
Oh
sure.
man, nah, we're not starting that.
Yeah.
Renee,
Thank
cue
you,
up
Renee.
the top 25 under 25 list for me, please, man.
don't
Yeah,
have
we're not
that.
getting on.
I
As
don't
soon as
have
we
that.
say Robert Horry, I'm out.
He says you don't
I
have
don't have
that.
that. I thought
Oh, you don't have
had
it? Okay,
I
all
thought
good. All right, all good. So I'll just talk to you guys real quick about it. So ESPN and actually somebody else also had released the top 25. I'm sorry, not top 25. I keep saying top 25. The best players under the age of 25. And I'm sorry, I should have had this queued up myself. My bad. But on that list, we had LaMelo Ball. Which I know he's out right now. We had Luka. Here we go. I got it. We had so Luka's at 22 years old. They had him as number 1. They had number 2 Zion Williamson, who's at 20. Number 3 was LaMelo Ball. Number 4 was Donovan Mitchell, who just made the cut at 24. Number 5 was Jason Tatum, who's 23, and then number 6 was De'Aaron Fox, Aaron from Sacramento at 23. Which is crazy to think, man. Like these guys and this talent under the age of 25, that is absolutely insane to me because it feels like I've been watching a couple of these guys for 10 years. But what do you guys think about that top? We'll say 5, top 6. Is there anybody missing? Would you change the order?
Was Devin Booker on the top 6?
He is not, and that's
he should
exactly
definitely
the
be
number
like
one
number-
question that I was going to ask.
What number did
Is
they
he
have?
over
him at?
25?
No, he's under.
No.
20. He's,
No,
like,
he's
I think
under
like number
25.
8 on that list, if I'm not mistaken. But he should
No,
definitely
De-
be higher than LaMelo and probably
Devin
Zion.
Booker is
Can we talk about
24.
Backstreet Bobby's guy in Atlanta, Trey Young?
Trey Young.
That dude's
Yeah.
not even on that list.
That dude's nice. With
I don't
Donna-
believe in Trey
Don-
Young
Yeah.
yet.
Donovan Mitchell,
I mean, either.
He's on the list.
I'm glad you said that, Nick.
but was he in the
I
top
don't-
5 or
I-
6?
4.
I'm not a
Oh,
believer. in
Mitchell
Trae
was
Young.
okay.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons.
Hey,
Where was Simmons at?
Rick, what is the where are you looking at that on?
This is on ESPN.
What? So what
Look,
about
my let me give you
Zion?
my opinion. My Zion's number what, 3 or 2?
Ben Simmons 2. Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons is 24. I'm sorry, this is on their Instagram,
Wow.
ESPN's Instagram. Yeah. So when you think about it, there are I didn't realize
there's a
some
lot of
these
dudes? Like
Yeah.
I'm
So
sorry. Where
I mean,
was
Jason
Zion?
Tatum?
Zion, let me go back. Zion is number
Check that
2.
one out.
Okay.
Zion's number 2.
On
Yeah.
on
And look-
on Hoop Site. Are you on Hoop Site?
No, I wasn't, but I'm glad
Oh.
this might have been the other place that I've seen it.
Hoops Hype has Luca 1, Zion 2.
Thank you so much.
Tatum
Black.
3, Booker 4, and Ben Simmons 5.
Okay,
like
so this
that
makes
list better.
this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, the Hoops Hype rankings sounds way better to me because then
And
you
then
have
Donovan Mitchell
number
was
6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bam Adebayo at 7.
At
Does,
7.
does
Jaylen
it
Brown.
sound way?
Yeah,
Does it sound
Trae
way
Young,
better because it agrees
and
with
Brandon
your
Ingram.
opinion?
No,
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Yes.
That's part of it.
If I
right
was
there.
to say that Eric Dickerson sucks, that would sound a lot worse to you than me saying Eric Dickerson is one of the greatest of all time. True or not? Because that's what you think. True?
I think
Or
it's
Robert
true
Horry.
that he is one of the greatest of all time. And yeah, and it would hurt if he said something like that.
All right. Well then.
So please don't say it.
So I just want to talk about real quick, and I know I've what is Renee says, I've caped up for Luca. He is talented, but doesn't he remind you of that guy on the court that when it gets chippy, he starts whining and calling every foul, and you're just like, dude, get out of here. But he won't go with anybody because he's not that tough. But he'll
That's
just
the
be on the
Euro.
court whining and shit.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
Luca
the Euro.
reminds me of.
I think you found another one.
Is Giannis
I don't know
under
if
25?
these are yeah, I don't know if these are all under 25.
Yeah, I don't think Giannis is under 25.
That's 2017. Yeah, there you go. Now you change it. I was gonna be like, whoa, hold on.
And thank you for that. No, I agree with you 100%. And here goes the reason why. It's funny. I was watching, God, who was it? Now I'm losing it. I want to say they were playing Philly the other day, and Luka threw up a shot, missed everything, pouted, and then didn't get back. And his man scored and got fouled. So he scored the and one, and the announcers were ripping him a new one. And I was like, yo, 100%, right? Like if that was on my team, I don't care how good you are. Like you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like anytime you always got to keep your head up. You can't pout, like especially when you're supposed to be the greatest. But there's been just a couple of other things about Luka. I mean that stuff is falling his way, and so it's helped. He's a great player, but that mentality has got to step up, and I feel like that's a factor that is always missed.
Listen, man, there's a lot of pouting in the NBA right now.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, our squad has it too. I don't know how many times I get upset with like LeBron coming down the court. He gets fouled. They don't call it because they ain't going to call everything for you, LeBron.
Yeah.
And he stays down there instead of running
100%.
back on defense, you know, like,
100%.
so, and ultimately look, defense is all about IQ and effort. That's all it is. Defense is effort and some IQ. Offense is, you got to have some talent, right? You got to be able to score the ball, shoot at a high percentage and all that kind of stuff. So the shots aren't always going to fall, but guess what you can do? Give your effort and play defense. So
yeah, I agree. Now, the one thing I really want to discuss here is we talked about a couple of things before in terms of we talked about Mark Jackson. What is it about him that keeps him out of the coaching seat? Isaiah Thomas, we talked last week about, or maybe we didn't. Maybe that's this week. Either way, there's the Isaiah Thomas discussion, or there's Carmelo Anthony before then. Like, what kept him out of being on an NBA team? I want to ask, what do you guys think? Why is Devin Booker so disrespected? We talked about it during All-Star, but I mean, then we have these lists that come out, and ESPN, you can still argue is, the mega, the top of the top, right? They've shown a bunch of, Booker's games, and I think they even aired when he went for, was that 70? You know what I'm saying? But still, he just gets disrespected. He doesn't get on these lists in the top 5. And what does this man have to do?
I think a lot of it had to do with it didn't result in wins, but it's resulting in wins now. So it's starting to show better. But I mean, I'm looking at this list, like De'Aaron Fox is not above Devin Booker. That is gross.
I agree. And De'Aaron Fox is immensely talented, but
well,
how is he?
I look at it. I don't think LaMelo's above Booker.
Right. I agree with you, but
not right now.
No.
But
going back to the question,
I can see
the way
why that's happening because LaMelo has came in and made an impact on this team in winning.
My opinion is I don't think they're giving him enough credit because he's not he's not the guy that can carry the team. I think he's doing way better. I think he's doing way better because CP3 is there. he wasn't doing what he was doing before CP3 was there. So, I mean, that's my
I
opinion.
don't think you're watching enough Phoenix basketball.
Well, I'm
Mick, what were
watching
you
the
gonna
damn
say?
motherfucker
Well,
shit.
what I'm saying is I blame his representation, right? Because they're not putting him in front of the camera. He's in a small market, and I don't know who his shoe deals with. Is it with like he needs to get with Nike and they start pushing him and then get some commercial? Have you seen? I've never seen any Devin Booker commercials. Who's seen some? Maybe there's some in Phoenix. I've never seen. So only basketball, like I would say, basketball purists are really the people who know who he is and are caping up for him. The world doesn't know who Devin Booker is. He needs to get on an Olympic team and shine. Like he needs
But I
to
think
get the camera.
the world knows him more than freaking De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I agree. And but to your point, Mick, like I feel like that's part of the problem. And it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, you're looking at all of these other factors that don't play into what he does for the 48 that he's supposed to night in and night out, right? Because during his 48, I mean, he'll probably kill Luka. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you, or he'll give Luka a run for his money. I get it. Zion is in another thing by himself, but Zion is, man. I mean, he's
one
96
right now. He's like Shaq, dude.
One other
he's
thing
like
too.
Layups.
Look at the teams. Luka plays for the Mavs. They've won a championship recently. Zion plays for the Pelicans, and there's been a lot of pub with the Pelicans. LaMelo, he plays for Jordan's team. Donovan Mitchell plays for Utah. They've been good in the past. Tatum's a Celtic. De'Aaron Fox plays for the Kings, who had epic runs with the Lakers. Ben Simmons plays for the Sixers. Those are all teams that people know about. And
Phoenix has had epic runs in the playoffs with Steve Nash.
What's that?
Oh, this list is so weird. I mean, how do you put Shai Gilgeous-Alexander above Domantas Sabonis, who was an all-star?
Because Domantas Sabonis is almost a dinosaur. Like, they're not going to be his type of big man. Embiid is like that type of big man, but he's the exception to the rule.
I just feel like when they make these lists, there aren't enough basketball purists that are involved in it.
I think a lot of it just has to do with
favoritism.
People that are
the
flashy.
taste of their game. Yeah. Taste of the game.
Because like Brandon Ingram's better than almost every person on this list, to be honest with you.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Scoring wise and everything.
Hey, how old is Julius Randle now? He must just be right outside of 25, right? 26.
Hey, I know you said you think it's a one-time thing that he's doing, a one season, but that boy is killing.
It's just, I'll be honest with you. I just want to see it because I've seen this happen before. I got to see it for longer. And now that he's, that he's in the public eye, I gotta give him an off season to read his own press clippings and see what happens. I like it because you're right. He is coming back and he's doing things. I never liked his game from the jump. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was kind of weird and all over the place, but
he's he
has
it felt
quite a
like
bit.
Zebo 2.0 is what it felt like.
It did feel like Zebo 2.0. And I still feel like there are times where you're watching him, there's some possessions, and it's like he doesn't know what to do. So it's like, okay, one-on-one, let's go. And his shot selection isn't amazing, but somehow because he's talented, it goes in. And that's the difference for me when I watch, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't look fluid. It doesn't look smooth. He's the best player on, an up-and-coming rough team. And, I mean, when you get a chance to put up 30 plus shots a game, yeah, you should score 20 to 30. You know what I mean? You really should. So I'm not sold yet on Julius Randle, but I do like what the young boy is doing. And it just goes and adds to, that great, unfortunate great thing where, ex-Laker players, leave and kill the league. I mean, look at Jordan Clarkson. So, and
wait. I want to talk about that real quick because I just saw him, dude. This Jordan Clarkson doesn't look like anything like the Jordan Clarkson that was on the Lakers. This Jordan Clarkson looks like he went to, the movie Get Hard. He looks like he went and saw Kevin Hart and came back.
Yeah, 100%. Yo, man,
he's going to be
Clarkson,
6 man a year.
Man, he out here doing things. That's a dude that just bought into his position. Jordan Clarkson that we had thought that he was LeBron. Jordan Clarkson that's playing now thinks he's more Jamal Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Or Ray Allen, I should say. Or somebody in that. He's a shooter. You know what I'm saying? He's like, my thing is just shoot. That's what's going to keep me in this league. If I shoot at a high clip, that's it. He didn't understand that back then.
Be that scorer off the bench.
Yeah. He didn't understand that. And, it is what it is. We didn't have time to let that mature, man. We're in LA. Utah, they got time on their hands. And it worked out. So, All right, fellas. Well, that's good enough for this. Let's keep it pushing. Let's jump into the third quarter.
Halftime.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. You're right. Thank you for that. Thank you. This is why we are a team here. It is halftime, and with that being said, I pass the mic over to you, sir. Go on, Mick.
So real quick, I want to. I had an experience last night that I think maybe some of you guys would like. We've all been to the Knott's Halloween haunts and the Universal haunt, and then I don't know if anybody's done escape rooms before, but I actually did one last night that was a haunt. It was basically a horror escape room. It was incredible. It was in Upland. It was intense. It's called Murder Co. Pure Evil. Check it out. They support groups of 4 to 8.
I will be doing a hard pass on that.
And it was like you were an extra in The Purge or Saw. It was intense. So
who'd you do it with?
I did with my sister and a couple other people last night. So
I want to do that. That sounds
check
fun.
it out. It's crazy.
That's hilarious.
It's
This is the first time I think ever in history the black man was like, "Yo, go do this scary shit," and the white dude was like, "Pass."
Right.
It's definitely the other way around all the time.
I got no interest in any of that. I'm good.
White people do anything, bro. Black people like, nah, this is a flip. I get it though. Hey, shout out to the escape rooms are good. You got to be intelligent, and if you're working with people, man, everybody's got to play their position.
Hey,
were you guys able to get out?
Were you on the sauce or were you sober?
Dude, that dude said you guys didn't solve one puzzle, and everybody and their 5th grade puzzle. Dude, he was scared shitless. It was scary.
Hey, were you
That sounds
sober?
about right.
Huh?
Were you
didn't
sober?
solve what?
Well, I was a little bit encumbered, but that's beside. I got sober quick after dude. You come in from all different places. It was rough.
He said he didn't solve one puzzle. And they
We
were
solved
5th grade
no
level.
puzzles. None.
You guys didn't solve any?
None.
See, to me,
Not-
that
was
doesn't
that
sound
hard?
like a good time.
It wasn't.
Sorry,
It was
like,
just the puzzles were kind of.
you
They're
were
like, dude, these are
stuck in a
5th grade
room.
puzzles. I was like, dude, I couldn't figure it because because you're trying to solve the puzzle. They're banging on the wall, then they just come in out of different doors. It's dark and just start grabbing you. I'm like, I can't solve this puzzle when I'm looking over my shoulder.
Can't concentrate.
Can't. It's crazy.
Pressure.
Oh, man.
Here's the real question. Did you pee a little?
Well, but here's the thing. Before we started, they're like, "Hey, you get 3 minutes to pee," and there's 4 of us. So I went first, and they're banging on the thing. So everybody didn't even get a chance to pee. Go ahead, 3 minutes.
That's hilarious. I'd have been like, you ain't gonna stop me from peeing. I'll pee on your floor. I don't care.
Okay. It was crazy.
Look, hey, I'm gonna be out there next month. We go. You know what I'm saying? That's it. We'll go. I'll be out there next month.
10
I
cents.
might-
Hey,
I might-
Brian, you gotta get
I'll drive
I
you
might have
there,
to
and then we'll go
pass.
out afterwards.
Oh, you should record it. You should
Yeah,
record
yeah,
that,
yeah.
Derby.
I got my GoPro. I got you. I'm
Yeah,
on
there
it.
you go. Take it.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
We'll
well,
figure
thank you for
something
that.
out.
That's hilarious. My goodness. All right. On the third quarter, what men think. Speaking of movies and scary stuff, so I saw this on the internet, and really it's funny. We had a conversation where Mick actually said when he looks at certain things, he doesn't read the comments because of what the comments do, which I understand your point. But in certain scenarios, that's all I'm there for is the comments. And in this particular scenario, I forget who had posted it, but they were like, "Yo, if you're in a movie, who do you have casted as your parents?" And the comments were hilarious. So I thought, you know what? Let's bring it here. Who would you guys? Let's just go one by one real quick. Ludo, I'm gonna start with you. If you were in a movie, and you got to cast your own parents, who would they be?
Uncle Ben and Aunt May.
What? What?
Who are those?
Yeah, who are those?
That's Spider-Man's boy. And
Oh, Spider-Man. There you go.
Yo,
That
First
now
and
makes
foremost,
sense.
Uncle Ben. Immediately, I went to the rice.
Right.
But the- but-
I was like, I don't think you can say that anymore.
And let me
But then I had to
clarify,
think
but
about
the
it.
original parents are Richard and Mary Parker, but you guys probably wouldn't have known that.
Oh
I want
my
real
God.
actors that like if I see De Niro. and
That's a
Sofia
that's a
Vergara or
motherfucker.
something.
Hey, Toby McGuire, motherfucker. What? That's a real movie, real actor. It's not a cartoon.
who
That's
Toby Maguire.
exactly why I started with you. I love you. I do. I love you so much. Darkness.
I'm
Who yours?
What's the name? Claire Felicia Rashad would be moms. Tom Hanks probably be dad.
Well,
okay.
What's their characters though?
Huh?
Mom and dad.
It's just you're asking
Exactly.
them
That's what we
to
have.
be casting for you.
confused right now.
I
What
thought we're talking about a movie. I thought we're talking about a movie. It says movie.
What actors would you have play your mom and dad in a movie that you're in or thinking about your life?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're supposed to pick one.
Not a movie, the actors that you want to play who your parents.
Okay, well, whatever. I'll stick to what I got.
Luda, hey, do me a favor, Luda. Do not host 51. I want to be here for this when you host, brother.
Hey,
like,
he making me I'm confusing me. Like, wait a minute, did I get something wrong with the phone?
Absolutely correct, Rob. You're absolutely correct.
There's no wrong answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
Whatever.
There is. Uncle Ben and Aunt Mary.
Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima was definitely wrong.
And Jemima.
Man, fuck you guys, dude. I'm gonna fucking mute. Hold on.
All mad now. Why you all
Hey,
mad?
hey, Rick, give me Cedric the Entertainer and give me Monique, and I'll take the
Okay.
Monique from Soul Plane. She killed
Okay.
me. And Cedric the
Okay.
Entertainer, he's got so many, man. When he's talking with the cigarette in his mouth, give me that dude, the uncle.
Hey,
Give me that
for
dude.
sure. All right.
Yeah.
Renee or B, which one?
For me, I'm going old school, man. I'm going back to Burt Reynolds and Sally
Okay.
Field.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Like
That makes
literally
sense.
like Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Oh, and the reason
And-
why I say that is because my dad actually had that like Burt Reynolds.
Oh,
Mustache.
man. Shout out to
Back in the
Pops.
Yeah.
All right, Renee.
Money.
I would say I could just pick any actors to play my parents.
I try to
Any-
do it like
Even the
based off of what
nationality,
my
we just
parents
go,
are.
Go whoever
Yeah.
we want, huh?
Yeah, whomever.
All right. Well, for sure. I mean, Robert De Niro looks like my dad, so I'll run with that. He looks like my dad.
He
They
definitely
act
do,
like
yeah.
each other, so
Yeah.
they could
Okay.
go ahead and he'll be, as my mom's. I mean, I don't really know an actress that's like my mom, like heart wise. So I'd have to go like Big Mama from Soul Food because she was really like loving and caring like my mom. So I would go that
Oh.
route. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Shout out to
not-
that song, by the way.
Yeah, but not like I know they definitely don't look like each other, but I mean, soul wise.
Hey, Tom Hanks is Black Rob's dad, so I mean,
Yeah, I know. It threw
anything
me
is
off. That's what
possible.
threw me off. That's why I was like, I could just go like that.
Anything is
Wow,
possible.
someone else. Or
Uh,
Chan could be my dad right now.
Well, I think we
What's going
you
on?
use this as if you could pick your parents, who would be your parents? I think we should use
That's
it like
funny.
that.
well, I picked mine, but yeah, all
You
right.
know what I mean? It's like
Yeah, I
your
got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I've been watching a lot of Everybody Hates Chris, which is a phenomenal show, and it has me rolling. Shout out to the Little Peacock channel for putting that on. I would have my mom be Tashina Arnold in that because she is hilarious. And I would do a throwback kind of like B. My dad would be Red Fox for sure. And it'd just be, it'd be nothing but hilarity the entire time, which is, I mean, that speaks to my soul. So that would be my parents. Okay. So simple alert, and I'm probably giving away my answer here by saying that. But the next one, I've got a scenario for you guys, and I just kind of want to get your real opinion as to what the heck y'all would do, how y'all really would handle this. Don't give me the PC, give me the real, right? So you got a girl, right? She cheated on you while y'all were together, got pregnant by somebody else, right? Well, actually, hold on. Let me just explain this
Long
scenario,
story
and then,
short.
and then let me ask you what
Explain
you
it.
would do. Okay. Okay, there's a scenario where the girl cheated on her man while they were together, got pregnant by somebody else. He still loves her, brought her back, posted all sorts of pictures from the baby shower, said he's ready, obviously he's ready to adopt the child as his own. Simping, bust a move, nah, what do y'all think? Like, what would y'all do in that scenario? Let me
You
just
belong
go
to the
one
streets
by one.
now.
Huh?
You belong to the streets now. Bye.
You belong to the streets.
Pushing.
Yeah.
I don't care if I was in love with you. It might hurt, but I'm out. It might hurt, but I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Can we talk
Yeah.
about it from his mind? Hey, if you ask us to a man, I don't think anybody's gonna say, "Oh, I'm signing up for that." But can we talk about it
Very interesting.
through his lenses? Like,
Okay, sure. Yeah.
right? Okay, so you're putting yourself in that guy's shoes, or he already said, "Look, this is the girl. I love her." So I'm not mad at him for doing that. Like I'm not mad at him. For
You know what? I'm not mad at him, but you was with this girl and someone else's wiener went in her mouth, and you might have kissed her after that. Like that's disrespectful.
Well,
that is disrespectful.
It is disrespectful, but
And I can't forgive you for that. You came home and kissed me after that shit. I'm not forgiving you for that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, she got to be gone, bro.
Yeah,
Is
she
hey,
belongs
is this
to the streets
a?
now, though. It's
is
like
this what
Cam
you-
said. they got these girls kissing each other, and then they go home and kiss their husbands. It's just
I'm
disgusting.
gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the picture too. But keep
So
talking.
if that happens,
Is this your story or is this like
No, no,
Tyler Perry movie? What is this? What's going on?
no.
Tyler Perry
No,
movie.
let's just go ahead. This is definitely. Let's just go ahead and let's erase all doubt right now. This is definitely not my story. Okay.
Right.
He asking the boy for advice, man. Sit down, let's talk, bro.
Yeah,
not to sidetrack it or anything.
Had a
moving
baby?
on.
I don't have a
moving
baby.
on.
I'm not
I
the
might
dude.
still
who's
be in love with
accepting.
you, but I'm moving on
Yeah.
because
Like I said, it's gonna hurt, but I gotta go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Under no circumstances. Under no circumstances.
That
All
ain't
right,
my
I'm gonna show y'all
child.
the picture. Nah, it's not really gonna show it, huh? Okay,
Yeah,
hold
see.
on.
You'd have to get off the.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off of it real quick because I want y'all to see the photo.
If
And
she's
I probably-
Oprah, yeah, I'm staying. But other than that, man,
if she Oprah, you
if
stay.
she's Oprah,
Oprah,
Yeah.
I'm staying.
it's an interesting thing, right? Hold on, there you go.
Okay, no.
Why did that change your mind? You said the hard ones are
Right.
the hard ones.
It does, but the heart didn't want that. Is what I'm saying. So
Right.
I agree with Rob, right? If she's Oprah or she's she's a 1%er,
Oh yeah, that's a big
Maybe.
difference. We got big money. We talking
maybe.
Yeah,
Look,
exactly. You know what I'm
look,
saying?
look. I
It's
just
cheaper
want
to
say
keep
this.
me.
Yeah, I want to say this to you out there, right? My guys, I get it. You know what? They throw us under the bus, the freeway. They bury us for any little thing that we do. We got to hold them accountable too, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't be out here letting them mistreat us just
I
because.
can speak to like some truthful stuff, right? So I was
Yeah.
married once, real talk, and this happened, adultery, and I tried to work it out, but real talk in the back of my head, I'm like, why am I doing this? It's not worth it because the headache, the stress, everything. I was like, yeah. So we ended. Like, no, it's not gonna work.
So
I can
Renee,
imagine if she was pregnant by another dude.
right.
That'd even be that's a fucking another level to the
Right.
next.
So
Right.
to your
Wow.
point, I don't think if you're married, I don't think adultery automatically is a sign to just leave. But there are levels to this shit, in my opinion.
You fuck another dude. That shit was hurtful.
Really?
Dog, and I was like,
It is.
I can't. I like I said in the back of your head, you don't know what's going on. Like that shit brought more stress than I needed in my life. Where I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work out.
Well, I
It
mean,
is
I
what
think
it
that's
is.
whether for better or for worse comes into play. But this man isn't married. In this scenario,
That's
he is
even
not. He
fucking
is
another
not
story.
married.
Right.
But if you are married, I feel like you should work. You should do your work. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But there's limits. There's levels to this shit. You know what I'm
But
saying?
if she comes back pregnant, you definitely divorce her.
Then it's a wrap
It's-
at that point.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
At
Like
that
I
point,
said, we
Wrinkle
tried to work it
into
out.
this-
It wasn't working out. So it was like,
Based on what you guys said, so if let's say your wife went out, made a mistake, would you want her to tell you, or would you want her to just bury that and nobody knows?
if you want me to stay with you, you better not tell me. You tell me.
Right.
It's a wrap.
Right.
So
We'll
you
talk.
knowing that's
It-
the trigger point.
Yes.
Hmm.
I guess.
Well,
I
so,
guess.
so
Yeah.
then,
I mean,
so then let me ask you this, Renee, and then we'll move on. So your girl doesn't tell you, right? You go on, man. You have 5 to 7 more good years, right? You're just like, yo, this girl is so good. However, it just comes out that had occurred. Does it not add more fuel to the fire that not only did she do that, but then she hid it from you for all of those years and had you thinking that everything was
Yeah, it's just more
100?
because you were probably looking like was it a one time or a continuous thing? Add that to that. Let me know.
Yeah, but I
You
feel
will
like
never
wouldn't
know
it be
if she didn't
harder?
tell you. If she didn't tell you,
Exactly.
No,
then
but he's
you
saying
have
now
the
it's come
scenario.
out. Now it's
Yeah,
come
but
out.
he's saying now it's
7
come
years
out. So
out.
was it a one time or was it happen for a while?
but how did it come out though?
Because that's a
Like,
big
did
difference.
it
too.
come
Oh
out
man,
with like
her
where she said,
homegirl
"Oh, you
messed
know what?"
up. She was like, remember Craig from that one night? You know what I'm saying? She was like, girl, what you talking about? You never
Okay,
know.
so if that happened, then I wouldn't trust what she's saying about if it's been a continuous thing or not.
Right, because she ain't gonna cop to, if she sees your reaction, she ain't gonna cop to it. It could have been more. She's not gonna cop to any of those.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
right.
So that's
I
why
don't
you
know,
may
but
have that conversation up front,
it has
right?
to be a serious issue that I have to deal with. And I
It'd
might
still be
bounce.
over.
Man,
Well,
I'm
nobody's
getting
perfect,
sad
but-
right now, man. Y'all
Yeah.
better change the subject, man.
We
I'm
are. We
sorry.
moving forward.
He said I'm
That's-
sad right
We're
now.
moving forward.
That's just
However,
depressing.
we are still staying with females and our opinions, therefore, on them. And this time, we discuss a lot of things on here. We've discussed, our favorite rappers, our favorite actors. We've discussed, our favorite teams, all sorts of stuff. This time, I want to talk about musically from an R&B, perspective, or country, whatever. How about this? Just singing perspective. Who is your favorite female singer of all time?
My favorite or who I think the best is. That's two different.
Yeah.
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
your favorite?
That's a great
I mean,
question.
that was the question.
I'm going Mary J.
know-
Blige.
Mary,
You going Mary J?
Mary J.
Mary J.
I'm gonna
I
say
like-
Whitney Houston.
Whitney got
So
some
we got
vocals.
Mary J. We got Whitney.
I might go, man. My favorite woman singer of all time.
Dude, I'm gonna go Sade, but give me a special mention for Maya.
Oh, okay.
Maya had to be because of
surprised.
the-
I am
because of the-
surprised you're
I-
not
I
saying
would
Janet
probably say
Jackson.
I
Mariah
love
Carey, dude. Mariah
I love
Janet
Mariah.
did talk to me in the Velvet Rope.
and Janet Jackson.
Bruh.
Both them two.
That story never died.
Only
I
the
literally
Velvet
just talked
Rope?
about it on Friday.
Whether she specifically was talking to me in the Velvet Rope.
Oh, only to you.
Oh God, no!
Right.
No, it was only to him. She was
Right.
talking to the rest of us, but look,
No.
Nick has officially made it to where that's his album.
Yeah.
Velvet Rope for him.
Yeah.
After what I done seen, nah. That's him. B, what about you, man?
I'm taking it back. I'm going Aretha.
Oh, okay. You're going to Aretha. Okay.
Yeah, I like
I'm
Aretha.
going Miss Lauryn Hill.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Lauryn Hill is my
That's
favorite
good,
singer
too.
of all time, man.
Wish she would have done more. Honestly.
She did do a couple of unplugged albums and things like that.
Yeah,
you
but-
know.
I thought you said R&B.
I said R&B or whatever. I said singer,
Okay.
first
Yeah, he
favorite
changed
singer of all
it. He
time. 'Cause
changed it.
I couldn't
Rapper.
just say R&B. You had to think
Defecating
about
on
it.
your microphone.
Yeah.
That's what she say.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
All
her
right.
bar right there.
Yeah, Miss Lauryn Hill was amazing. I know
Dude,
y'all
if we had to
expected me to say
compare and
Beyonce.
contrast her and Erica Badu, how do you can you compare and contrast that? for me?
No, different.
Different?
Nah, I think Lauryn Hill is more vocally talented.
I think
You know what I'm
Lauryn
saying?
Hill's
She's
like
got
one
a
of the
better
first-
range. Erica Badu is a little bit of a different style in terms of the way that she sang,
She's tight too.
I don't know.
but she
I don't
is
know about
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
Erica
got-
Badu is amazing.
Lauren
You
Hill
remember
might have
the
been the
video she
first
had?
like singer/rapper that I remember. To be
Yeah.
honest with you,
Who, Lauren?
She,
yeah, Lauren Hill.
Yeah,
she's just
yeah.
super
First one I
talented,
remember.
and she
Yeah.
plays instruments. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just, you know, is
And she was an
extremely
actress.
talented individual.
So,
and
so
she was
does
an
Sheryl
actress.
Crow. So does Sheryl Crow.
Cool. I don't fuck with her.
You
though.
know.
Cheryl Crow.
Cheryl Crow don't rap like that.
We said
No,
what's my
but
favorite.
She can
Oh, yeah,
introverse.
she could sing for sure.
Okay. All right. The last one, and then we'll wrap up this third quarter. Okay. So true or narrative, and hear me out on this one, gentlemen. All right. This is about us. Okay. True or narrative. Men don't love themselves until they make money. I'll repeat that. Men, we don't love ourselves until we make money. Or men aren't properly loved until they make money. I'll say that again. Men are not properly loved until they make the money. So we don't love ourselves until we make money, or we aren't properly loved until we make money. Which one do you believe is a truer narrative?
Yeah, this is like a fucking-
yeah, this is a tough one, but I think maybe
I hope my wife is not listening.
'cause I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of, women love some bum ass dudes.
Yeah.
Love them to death.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't agree with either, but to say that we don't love, like I love myself regardless if
Yeah.
I'm broke or if I'm rich. So
Right.
I'd have
Okay.
to say it's the latter,
That's
but I
what
don't
I-
agree with you.
I love you too if you're broke or rich. By the way, just so
Thank
know.
you.
Mhm.
Appreciate that.
Well, igualmente is how they say it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So let me just ask this then. Okay, so maybe this doesn't fit you in your particular narrative. However, in a broader scale, right?
Mhm.
What would you guys think truly is holds more weight? Like is more
I-
factual, just in the broader
think
scheme of things.
No, well,
I
I
think
feel-
it's the
I feel-
latter.
I-
It's the
I feel
latter.
that-
It's the
Yeah.
latter.
Yeah, you think
Because
so?
why do we know that? We see old dudes that are rich with chicks,
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
but young chicks.
Not even that though. Have you seen like
But-
it's like either
I mean, look at these ugly rappers that got all these beautiful women on them.
Yeah.
Real talk. They ugly
Fuck it.
too. Like, dude.
They horrible looking, but they
So,
get
so
it.
let me ask you guys this, because the question is, and it's used specific terminology, it says aren't properly loved. Is that proper love?
Exactly. No.
Well,
What is
yeah.
like define that? Your
But
proper
define
love and my
properly
proper
love.
love are going to be two different proper loves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it's the proper love is like what that mouth do. That's
You're not wrong. That is
no,
included.
hey, no. What I was gonna say is, have you guys seen like some of the videos that are out, either like on Snap or Instagram, where they do the ones where like a dude's like talking to some chick who's like walking her dog or whatever, trying to get her number, and
Oh,
she's like,
gold
"No,
digger
I got a
prank?
boyfriend." Da, 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 da. But then he turns around and walks right to his Ferrari, and all of a sudden she wants to come up and be all
Friendly,
you know,
right?
special.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like, can we go for a ride? You know, that kind of stuff. You're like, hey, hold on.
Social
It's the
media is
latter.
bad. It makes you
It's the
think
latter.
women are horrible sometimes.
It's the
like,
latter.
they're gold diggers. Social media is terrible.
It's the latter.
I mean, I think people put themselves out there like that, but I agree with you, Renee. I mean, it's a weird thing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, I know the question is which one holds more weight, right? Which one is truer? I think there's definite truth to both of them. I know several people that, you know, until they gauge success by their bank accounts, and until they are at a certain level, they struggle, you know, internally and mentally. I think overall, I think the underlying thing here is that I think men, period, struggle with what's important. I think society, period, struggles with what's important. Because at the end of the day, money, it's a means to some ends. It's how we maintain, it's how we, you know, enjoy some of the things that we do, but it isn't everything. And I know that kind of seems, yeah, I know a lot of people are going to say that, but I mean, hey man, look.
It's not. You can't take it to the grave with you.
No, it's not.
Bro, I used to make a lot more money than I make now, and I'm a lot happier.
Yeah, but don't tell me that money don't make people happy, because I ain't seen a broke person happy.
Yep.
Oh, well, you're looking at one. I'm broke. I'm happy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like if I look
broke,
at what I make,
I'm talking about broke.
Well, you know,
y'all don't even know where my next meal's coming from.
I just think with money, when you have the money, you feel more confident than when you don't, you know. So, and then with money, you're gonna get more things, you're gonna get more attention, and you get more pussy. So
I also think too, like, love changes as you get older, right? At first, it's like people love people for like who they are when you're younger, and then as you get older, like, all right, I've been through like a bunch of relationships, whatever. Now it's like, is this dude a good person and have a decent
that's where the
job?
proper love comes in.
And then it starts like getting kind of like more like, can you even hold a job and hold a house down? If not, then I don't want to be him. I don't want to be no more bums.
Right.
Yeah.
So then it started getting real weird, right? Like then it's like, are you
they start judging
for the money, or are you with me for?
So at the end of the day, I mean, can we sum it up by saying I think people love themselves and are loved properly when they mature. They mature emotionally, mentally, you know what I'm saying, spiritually, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's bigger than anything, because go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I know when I was younger, I didn't care about being loved. You know, I was just doing me.
Bob, you still don't care about being loved. Just kidding.
He just cared. He cared about
the loving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right. Good talk. Let's keep it pushing, man. We on the fourth quarter. It's bumper to dump it time. Okay, and we got a couple of topics here we'll run through, some quicker than others. We're going to start off with the WNBA. They made news. I know we don't talk nearly enough about women's NBA, and I would love to change that, but this one is very minor. Not minor, you know, and whatever. Anyways, we got new jerseys. How about that? You know, we know our NBA jerseys and all the changes. We talk about the city jerseys and all that. Well, the NBA has got some new Nike jerseys, and I think a couple of them are tight. Have you guys had a chance to look through these? What do you guys think? You here for these or not?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good that, you know, they got to change up every so often, right? Every team sort of does. And I think in the WNBA, they need to do it more, right? Because there's not like true established brands, right? Quite yet for the WNBA. So from that standpoint, yeah, I think it's good. You know, they're trying to get more younger people, right, to invest and show support. So, I think the New York Liberty jersey looks nice. I think the new Sparks jersey looks cool. I'm not quite sure about
the Indiana Fever.
The Fever. The Phoenix. The Phoenix one looks a lot like, you know, like an old school Suns jersey. In a way,
or the new school,
school. Yeah. True. The new school. I'm not sure about Chicago, but because it just is Chi-Town, and then it's got like a bunch of weird looking design on it. But
any of y'all gonna wear a women's NBA jersey? Just asking.
I would. I'd rock one. Yeah, I would. And really, it's to show support and solidarity. I'll be honest with you.
Who you rocking?
I'm probably rocking the LA joint.
Yeah. So Lisa Leslie, old school style, or what?
Yeah. I rock the Lisa Leslie. I rock the Candace
I'm
Parker.
just asking. That's not that.
You know what I'm saying? I rock the Los Angeles Sparks, Skylar Diggins, just because, you know, I'm putting that out there that I would love for Skylar Diggins to come join LA. Although while she's in Phoenix, holla at me, Skylar. I know you don't like that man that you with. Just saying.
Hey, I don't wear no
Closer to
jerseys.
it now.
I'm 30
I'm so
plus.
saying.
Give me a crisp pair of jeans and a button up.
Oh, here we go.
I remember back in the late 90s, I was early 2000s. I had a pair of Cheryl Swoops, some shoes.
Yeah,
they were only for women. I got the extra big joints.
Yeah, you got the
Like,
Forbes.
man, where you get them shoes from? So don't even trip, man.
Yeah. They had the little rounded toe.
Say they were
I feel you,
Cheryl
though.
Swoops.
You didn't want to say
Hey,
that.
you know what though? Hey, shout out to you, Moses. You were ahead of your time. You know what I'm saying? Because these days everything is unisex anyway. So you know you was ahead of your time.
I'll say this, Rick.
You used to wear CK1.
I'll say this, dude.
CK1.
The Atlanta jerseys, I like them better, the women's jersey than the men's.
Yeah.
Than the Atlanta Hawks jersey right
Yeah,
now.
no, they're clean. They are clean. And you know what? Honestly, look, last thing on this, and we'll move forward. I think that the WNBA, whatever they can do to generate revenue, is a big thing, because that's what this comes down to at the end of the day.
Right.
They release new jerseys that leads to better or more sales. If they look cool too, more people will want to wear them. More young ladies will want to wear them. I think it'll help with the interest. You know, all of the above, you know what I mean? So I think that this is a win, and I hope the WNBA, you know, continues to do things like this at the same clip that the NBA does. I know that they don't have the same revenue, you know, so maybe that's part of the reason why it's a little bit tougher, but you know, anything and everything that we can do to help, you know, is all good. So all right, we're gonna proceed, and we are, man, this is either 2 or 3 straight weeks talking about wrestling. I love it. You know what I'm saying? We got Mick Foley.
Is the first episode, man.
Thank you. Yeah, B added that A&E and the WWE have produced an 8-part series, different biographies about some of the greatest. And we've got tonight. Which one is it? Booker T?
No, Stone Cold.
I'm sorry, it's Stone Cold tonight. Yeah, literally, as I click the link, it comes up. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And honestly, I'll be honest. Yo, Stone Cold has transcended, you know, different lines. And I think, who doesn't know Stone Cold Steve Austin? Do y'all all know Stone Cold? And y'all all don't watch wrestling?
No, we know Jason.
We know Jason. Shout out to our very own Stone Cold. You know, so I think that this is dope that they're doing that. You guys here for this? Bump or dump this one?
Bump it.
I'm bumping it. I'm recording it every week. I'm gonna at least see it. And the reason why is because some of these guys were ones that I did watch when I was younger.
Is this just like a documentary or like?
It's like a biography of how they.
Oh, I'll probably bump it then. If I have to watch another WrestleMania like I tried.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm sorry, bro. I tried to watch the second. I watched it and I powered through it, but oh my god.
Yeah, the second night was rough. Wrestling is not as dope now as it was back then, and I don't know if that's because I'm older or what, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, she was quoting Denzel.
So they're doing they're doing.
Hey, King Kong ain't got shit on me. I was like, what?
And it was like, yo, you know how corny this is? I was like, fam, it's always been.
Right. No, but like, I guess because I'm older and I was trying to power. Like, you weren't even the only one that was like pumping it up. Like, I had my buddy Ramon Chong. That was all these dudes that I know were like, oh, I was like, I'm gonna try to watch this. That's why I watched. I was like,
Yeah. So,
I mean,
so they got Stone Cold and then Rowdy Piper, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Booker T.
These are all the people I like.
Shawn Michaels, Ultimate Warrior, Mick Foley, and then Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh
man, can't wait for that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Now, these are gonna be dope, man. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Because I'm A&E.
A&E.
A&E. Yeah.
Arts and Entertainment. All right, let's keep it pushing. So in the NFL, recent signing, Jadeveon Clowney is signing with the Browns. That's gonna be a hell of a line right there. Y'all here for this? Bump this or dump this?
Bump it for them, but dump it.
As long as it's out of my division, out of my conference, do whatever you.
Yeah.
I bump it, but Jadeveon Clowney's never lived up to the hype who he's supposed to be. He's always been injured. He's never been at the top of the charts.
True.
But when he's on that field and when he has done some, I mean, he's done some really amazing things.
He's a monster. He's an absolute monster, but he doesn't play his potential.
Double-digit sacks one season.
Yeah. Yeah,
and he had J.J. Watt as who was the best defender at the time, opposite side of him being double teamed, and he still didn't get them double digit sacks. So.
Well, crazy thing
What-
is
They're
he
not
was
that
actually
good.
offered a multi-year
He's like-
contract
He
the
might
previous
actually
year by
be a
Cleveland.
bust. He
They
actually
turned
might
it
be
down.
kind of a bust for being the number one pick.
I wouldn't argue that.
Oh,
Yeah.
for Jadavion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
y'all-
not a
y'all-
horrible bust, but he just ended up being an average player that's in the NFL.
Is
Y'all-
he
y'all
Ryan
think
Lee?
that comes
Ryan
down to his
Lee's
motor?
boss?
No, not Ryan Leaf bust, but he's still kind of a bust.
Y'all think that comes down to his motor?
Yeah,
Like,
yes, it's he's the talent. He's the talented guy that doesn't want to go and do the work.
Okay, well let me just segue that into a recent the boy Trevor. Oh my God, what is his last
Trevor
name? I want to
Lawrence.
say Trevor. No, thank you, Trevor Lawrence. His motor was questioned this week after a post that he had made about I believe it's something about not necessarily needing football or something to that effect.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think of that? Like, do y'all question his motor? I mean, it's hard to really say, right? But
I don't
you think
believe
there's some merit to
I
it?
don't believe he's going to be what everybody projects him to be, and he should have known because you saw what Josh Rosen did, right? He kind of
Yeah.
said that same thing. Why would you follow those footsteps? Look at where Rosen is now.
Yeah, but
That's
I
not
don't
smart.
think he should be. I mean, if you are ranked number one since you were like 13, like you're supposed to have a chip on your shoulder.
Well, he says, what do you say? I don't need football. Football needs me, or something to that
No,
effect.
he said I don't have a chip on my shoulder to where I have to be great. Like he just wants to be great. There's no like, some people are underdogs like Tom Brady who like, I'm gonna be the greatest ever. You'll see, and then carry that chip on their shoulder forever. He's like, I don't have that.
Well, there's something to that motivation that makes people great, though.
Yeah, I would agree with
If
that.
he already feels like he's great, and I get it. Everybody's been washing him up since he's 13. When you go
Right.
to the NFL, everybody's as good as you for the most part. It's about execution. It's about planning. It's about.
I don't know if he
all the
thinks he's
intangibles.
great already. I just don't think he has a chip on his shoulder to where
Well,
like.
I don't think he's going to do shit in the NFL. Like, I don't think he's going to do very well in the NFL.
I feel like another person came into the league with that same mindset. He may not have said it outwardly, and he's now in Detroit. So
Jared
we'll see
Goff,
what happens
yeah.
with that. We'll see
You
what
always like
happens with
talking
that.
shit. You always like
He's
talking
not your
shit
guy
about me.
anymore. So what
He's not. But I know what you're trying to say. Like you're trying to do an indirection towards me. So fuck it. Okay.
Man, I don't think Alex Smith came in with a chip on his shoulder, and I mean he was a solid quarterback in the league.
I think he gained one once he didn't get that. Once he lost his starting job, and went through whatever he went through. Shout out to Alex Smith.
Utah Utes, baby. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to that argument, everybody's saying Trevor Lawrence is the next coming. So if you're using the
No,
Alex
he's
Smith
not.
argument, then the point that I'm trying to make is being established.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you'll have that
can't
Jared
see
Goff.
that.
I just
I
reserve
think you'll have that
judgment
Jared
until I
Goff.
see him play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let me see him play.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of people that unfortunately you won't be seeing playing anytime soon, or hopefully, Pelicans brought back Isaiah Thomas, and this isn't from Detroit Pistons fame. This is more so recently Boston Celtics fame. That's when he really made his name, and he spent a little stint with the Lakers, and he's been in and out of the league, mostly out for like the past year and some change. He signed a 10-day contract with the Pelicans. Didn't do bad at all. Actually, did pretty good. But they said they just couldn't find a spot on the roster for him and a fit, and he's out of the league. Bump or dump this? Do y'all think he
Bump.
needs to be in the league?
I'm bumping it. If he could be a contributor on a team, he would have a job.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they said
I
the
think-
same thing
I
about
think-
about Carmelo. I mean,
Okay. And he's contributing in Portland. And he's 6'8".
yeah, but it took him a long time to get there.
Isaiah
Well, I
Thomas
think-
is our size. He
Yeah,
can't
so
play
I-
any defense. He's a
Facts.
liability.
Facts. But he was in the MVP voting at one time for one season. So I would say like give him a shot on like the Celtics as a backup point guard or something. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or any team if they want a shot. But if I was him, I would try to go to at least a playoff team. to
That
get
sounds
more
like
shine.
a participation trophy attitude. We're trying to win games.
I
You're the
thought
GM.
that he would.
You're the
To
GM.
be honest with you, I felt like Carmelo's was until he started balling because
Right.
nobody wanted him and he got traded like 3 times in the offseason. And it took him to get on the team to finally accept coming off the bench because he still had the mindset that he was a starter.
Would you say Isaiah Thomas and Carmelo Anthony have similar talent?
No,
Oh, all right.
I'm not even going to get in that debate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
All right,
right.
well, let's stick in the NBA and move on to the next one. Anthony Edwards, a rookie from Minnesota Timberwolves, was recently asked how he feels about A-Rod becoming a owner or part owner of his team. And Anthony Edwards, in true Anthony Edwards fashion, responded very honestly. Who is that? I don't know. I know he's about to be the owner, but it doesn't really motivate me.
Before we answer that, did you guys see that last body he caught?
I did. Yeah. I mean,
Got another one? Was it another one?
Yeah, he
just caught one recently. That dude dunked all over him, fell on him. It was ooh-wee.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nah. Anthony Edwards he's been doing things. Human highlight film.
He probably gonna win Rookie of the Year since Melo.
Probably is. But
but
what do y'all think? Do
regarding
y'all
his
think that was
comment-
disrespectful?
Well, regarding that comment, he's a fucking idiot. I mean, he's heard of he's heard of fucking A-Rod, dude. And for him to say he's just a fucking idiot. Next.
I agree with Luda, but it's the optics. Like, let's say that guy's the owner of your team. So
Potential owner.
Okay, potential owner of the team that you play for. Let's say that was true. Why would you come out and put
And
that
say
on?
it?
Why
Right.
would you do that?
Do you think he did
Okay,
that
so
because
you want people to lie or you want
he's
people's honesty?
19 years
I want
old.
people's honesty.
Well, there's the real world. You don't get people's honesty, Renee.
Well, Anthony Edwards just gave it to you.
he did?
Okay. Well,
And now
that
you
could
upset
be-
with him about saying it.
That could be to his detriment, though. Why would you put yourself in that position?
Okay, why would that be to his detriment? They're gonna trade him now?
You never know.
You don't
They're
know.
gonna trade him now?
You
To a
don't
better
know.
never
team?
know.
To a better situation, they're gonna trade him? I mean, you could get much better
Yeah.
than Timberwolves, trust me.
Well, but there's
Can't
no
get much
guarantee he
worse than
goes to.
that.
There's no guarantee he goes to a better situation.
I don't know
I'm
if
pretty
it's
sure
even
Anthony
worse
Edwards
than-
looked at that and he was like, I know who's going to get cut by a franchise first. It'll definitely be A-Rod. Ask J-Lo. All right, let's keep it pushing. D-Wade is now part owner of the Jazz. Are y'all here for this?
Yeah, bump that, D-Wade. Bump that. That's my player
Yeah.
when I'm on the court.
Jump in because I don't.
Somebody asked if he's going to be the next Jackie Moon. Y'all for that?
I'm bumping that, but if you're Miami, how do you let him get out of how do you not bring him into the franchise to be an
Yeah.
ambassador for your squad?
Because
I
they
don't know.
ain't giving up ownership.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
but all right. I mean, I get it, but I like I said before, and I've said this, many times. I'm always a proponent of local guys, hometown guys coming back to their franchises and doing work because I feel like they have the most vested interest in those positions.
We got to get Black Rob a better lightsaber. Like, he's low budget Halloween costume all over the place right now.
We see your lips moving.
But I say bump it. I think it's a good thing. I like to see, the owners.
You know,
I'm
Minority
bumping it
owners.
too. I think
Charity
Miami
movie.
missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miami did miss. I'm sorry. I can't. It's hard for me to stay focused right now. Rob probably here. You look like a black spoof in a porn parody right now. Black Star Wars. Anyways, all right. I'm moving forward. All right. So the very last thing we'll talk about, Jake Paul last night of internet fame went 3-0. He knocked out the MMA fighter Ben Askren with a clean overhand right. He set him up with I think it was either one or two taps with the left and then overhand right. Here we go. Show it to us one time for the one time. Tap. Yeah, it was one. It wasn't even two. It wasn't even two. Just yeah,
Bunch
man.
of looks. Go ahead, take a good look at this.
Oh my god. Look at the brother back
Jake
there.
Paul, you better stop fighting people that ain't got no boxing skills though. You better come
Yeah.
out some smoke here.
That's what I. That's what I.
Modern boxing.
I know you said you want that
Riverside,
smoke,
come
Renee.
see me, Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Catchweight.
Dude,
yeah.
let's-
Come get it.
Okay, Renee.
Y'all getting there with him,
Paul,
dog.
Trainer too,
911.
Rogi, Christian, and Erickson. Yo, Modern
Oh,
Boxing, come see me.
Yeah,
I love
Spar
you, Renee.
Wednesday and
Oh,
Saturday
Come get it.
in Riverside.
Oh my
I
goodness.
love you, Renee.
Yeah,
Somebody put
Jay
this up.
Paul's
I love
fighting
you, Renee.
people. Jay Paul's fighting people that don't have no fighting skills.
Why is
So
Jake
that-
Paul's grandfather the referee?
That's another thing.
It's a family affair in that ring, bro.
Come see someone that really
I mean,
fights Jake
it's-
Paul.
This is one of the few times that I'll actually agree with Stephen A. Smith. Normally he's just out there to just, create
Yeah.
controversy most of the time or whatever. But he actually said, it's time, Jake. You need to step in the ring with somebody who actually is a boxer.
But Jake
He's not
Paul's
saying-
only-
he's not
I'm
saying
just
that he's
Jake
not gonna-
Paul's only been doing it for like 2 years, right, Max?
No, right. No,
Right.
well,
So
get
even
him-
if he
get
stepped
him
in
a-
with a
get him an
first-time
amateur.
fighter,
get him an
but
amateur.
but he's already fighting pro. You can't go amateur now.
Right.
So he
Okay,
has to fight
so-
someone, even if it's
all
their
right.
first fight, but they've been
There you
training
go.
for like 15 years. That dude's probably gonna smoke him.
Well,
Mm,
hey,
yeah,
then,
and this
then
project
it'll
could be
put
over.
it in the right perspective then.
Yeah.
right?
I don't think Jake Paul
Him
cares
just
about
keep-
perspective. He cares about money.
Right.
And that's what this is. And then we can say whatever we want, but everybody still tuned in, including my dumbass. Well,
I didn't.
I tuned in via Bleacher Report for the live
Just
action.
fight De La Hoya. De La Hoya coming back. Fight De La Hoya. There you go.
Hilarious. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Fight De La
I mean,
Hoya.
why
He's
not?
coming back.
Why not?
Okay, let me play the devil's advocate. Does anybody have respect for what he does besides me, for what he's doing? I do.
Who?
I'm saying I do, and I will tell you
I
why.
respect anyone that steps in the ring, but at the same time, like you fought Nate Robinson, who had 0 skills, and then you fought Ben Askren, who has 0 boxing skills. So yeah, at the same time, like that's like me fighting my little nephew and sleeping him.
Well, that you're looking at it from a technical standpoint. I'm looking at it from economics. That dude's got his 5 minutes of fame, and he's capitalizing.
Okay, money
And I
wise,
respect
yeah,
that.
cash out, fine.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. In this day and era, you know what I mean, he could be on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? But he said, nah, I'm off that. I'm in the ring, throwing hands.
He's still on YouTube, so
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
still on YouTube, yeah.
But yeah, yo, Jake Paul, congratulations on the win, though. You slept Ben Askren.
Yeah. Yeah.
Askren, I'm sorry.
You know what?
Askren.
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 Come get Renee, J. Paul.
Yeah, come get that smoke. I'm with it.
Yeah.
Catch weight.
We got
Catch
you.
Hold on. Last one.
I got my money on my dog Renee too. Put him in.
Right.
Last one.
I ain't gonna let you down.
I wanted
I'll
to let
see
y'all
you,
go.
Rob. I'm gonna see
Hell
you,
yeah.
Rob.
I'm
Yeah, I love
a
you.
tag. I'm a
I
tag.
love you,
Jake
Rob.
Paul
I
in
love
my
you, but I'll
fight.
see that, Rob.
I'm a tag.
Yeah.
Are you what?
Rob, as soon as
Hey,
Rob
you
get
know
that
what?
hit,
I
Rob.
love
You know what? I'm gonna have
I-
my trainer record me when I'm putting them work in.
I'm not saying, look, dude, look, you're the man. If a fight breaks out, I'm jumping behind you, okay? And put it to you like this.
No, but you're pretty much saying he's gonna lose against J.
I
Paul.
don't believe
that's
he's gonna
crazy.
beat. I gotta call it like I see it. I don't believe he's gonna beat him. You guys get mad at me. You guys want
Yeah.
the truth? Yeah, you want the truth.
I'll put hands
Hey,
on him.
just FYI, a 1-2 punch isn't, that's like the basic boxing, man.
That was the
Absolutely.
basics. He didn't even set him up correctly. It
Yeah.
like maybe he should have like jab and
Slip
then
that and
jab one.
counter punch his boy.
He didn't
Hell
keep your
yeah.
hands up.
Hell
You
yeah.
gotta protect yourself at all
Hell
times.
Modern
yeah,
boxing, come
Renee.
see me, Jake Paul. Modern Boxing, Riverside, Wednesday.
Come
night.
get my boy Renee, J. Paul. Trying to
Hey,
get
real quick,
You can't
and then we out.
And I'm out of
then-
shape.
Then Mick, it's yours. Just in case y'all didn't know, we talked about this months ago, and I said I didn't have a person that he was going to fight. It's official. June 12th, Lamar Odom is set to fight Aaron Carter. And with that, Mick, bring in your final word.
Dude, that was like the end of Sopranos right there. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
No. In all honesty, that is the fight that is slated to happen June 12th. I don't know if we're gonna tap in for that. We probably will, because why not?
Please don't get slapped, Lamar. Please don't
Well,
get slapped.
hold on. When have you ever seen Lamar Odom aggressive at anything? I'll wait.
I think
got
he might get
nothing-
slept.
Yeah,
I
I've
just
got
think I'm
I mean,
100%.
He's gonna step
sure
into
he
the
gets
ring
it.
asleep. He's gonna
Yeah,
be
but
high.
I don't
as
know. I don't know how
fucking
good
all
Aaron
can
Carter
be.
is.
Don't do
either.
that. Don't do that. Don't do
I
that.
don't know
I
how
don't
good
want to
Aaron
do
Carter
that.
is.
I won't do
Don't do it, Lamar. Don't do
Yeah.
it. I don't want. It might be worse than the Nate situation.
That's too funny. All right, y'all. Hey, good show. Let's wrap this thing up. Mick, you've got the final word. The floor is yours, my brother.
Well, thank you. And I've been trying to think about how I was going to approach this, and was going to write some things down, but I figured I'll just come off the dome. These last 16 months, specifically with COVID, we've seen a lot of ugliness in society. We've seen protests, we've seen counter protests, we've seen the Capitol get stormed, we've seen how divisive our country really is. We've seen a lot of covert racism become overt racism. We've seen friendships dissolve. There's been just so many things that we've been inundated with, on top of the fact that we've been prisoners in our own homes, we've been sequestered. So really the mental health, in my opinion, of our country is waning. And I feel like it's a powder keg. And I think it's because of the sensationalizing of what's happening. The news, they have a slant. Fox News has a slant. CNN has a slant. Every news media outlet is looking for clicks, and they're sensationalizing everything and putting out. 45 coined the term fake news, and initially I was like, "What is he talking about?" He's right. There's a lot of fake news out there, and there's a lot of things left to interpretation. where they kind of put something out there. They don't give all the facts, and then they leave everyone to kind of make their own assertions about what they read. So that being said, we actually, we had some text going back and forth, and you know what? I have to admit, this stuff is really starting to get to me. The negativity is really starting to get to me, and I always thought I could insulate myself from it, and I always thought, you know what, I can see through it, and it's not going to affect my demeanor, and it really has, to the point where I'm not feeding it anymore. I'm not feeding that beast anymore. I'm not, like, I would tune into Channel 9 News every night before I went to bed, and then I would stew on it overnight, and then next morning, I know that it's affecting me, and my personal RAM is filling up with, like, what is happening? Where are we? What kind of country do we live in? So I'm turning over a new leaf, and I want to challenge everybody listening and on the podcast this week. Do 5 random acts of kindness, and they can be anything. You're in the drive-through line, pay it forward, pay for someone's dinner, lunch, whatever, who's behind you. You see somebody who needs help, and an older person who needs help loading groceries. Ask them to help them load their groceries. Hold the door for someone. You see a police officer, someone in uniform, salute them, shake their hand. Anything, right? Like, whatever's on your heart, try to do 5 random acts of kindness this week, and then maybe next week, if time permits, we can talk about one that kind of really moved you. And my goal with that is, if the 10 of us do that, and then that inspires, just 1 or 2 other people from the people that we helped, it starts a movement to where there's exponential growth with this. And I have to feel that, 2 or 3 months from now, if we're the catalyst for this, 2 or 3 months later, we're going to be in a better position than we are now, just based on getting back to, us helping each other, being just friendly, being normal with people, not wondering, what's your politics, or making judgments about people. I know we all do that, but we've gotten to the point where it's becoming divisive, and we're not the United States of America anymore. We're the divided states of America. And you know what they say, united we stand, divided we fall. And, we're ripe for the picking. We're really ripe for the picking. I think other countries are looking at what we're doing and saying, look, especially China, North Korea, Russia, they are meddling in what we do. They put these fake stories out there. We read them, we run with them. They're not even real stories. But then it fuels those flames, and it stokes the flames within people to start, questioning their alliances and their allegiances. And that's not going to help us as the United States get back to some semblance of being a world power, being a gatekeeper, being a peacemaker. And, if we're not living in that kind of country, and if we're not embodying those principles, then what are we doing? Like, why are we here? What is this thing about? So I just implore you guys, if you can, try to do 5 random acts of kindness, and let's just see where that takes us. And then, more importantly, see how it makes you feel. That's it. That's all I've got, boys. Until next week, everybody take care of yourselves, and let's take care of each other too.
Great job,
man, brother. Yeah.
Just to piggyback off you, that's why I don't watch the news. It's just too much negativity for me.
Agreed.
Try not to watch it.
Yeah. Hey man, the shit follows me. I ain't gotta watch the news to be a part of it, but I do appreciate and understand where you're coming from, and I agree. We should all try to be a little bit kinder, man. Maybe that'll help. Every little bit does count. So, with that, thank you. Great final word, fellas. Great show. 50s in the books. We want to appreciate or share love and appreciate everybody that tuned in, that was here live with us on YouTube, that will listen and watch us later on YouTube and other mediums. We love y'all, man. Shout out to everybody. Have a great week. We're back next week with another one. Talk to you when we talk to you. 10 Cents Podcast. We out.